Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Say What. You know what time it is. We bring you the best in 1/6 scale collectibles, anything and everything pop culture. And it is brought to you by none other than Nickel Wise. Nickel Wise for everything scary and merry at the same time. Nickel Wise. And also we got soon our guest to be coming here, Space Pimp himself, Brother Cousins. Hopefully we'll be seeing him pretty much shortly. But without further ado, we just gonna dive into the show. We got a lot to cover tonight. I know y'all guys have been waiting because we've been waiting. So let's go. Hello, greetings and welcome. Like, I know we were running a couple minutes late, but Will was on a date, so you know what I mean. He had to pick up the tab at Olive Garden, you know what I mean. So he had to show a good time. So he had the advanced seat. He had her back in the section where they had like the candles. As a matter of fact, I think Will took her back in the back where he had like a separate table back in like in the kitchen where they had like the exclusive.
Bro, don't out what I did. Don't out it. People are gonna start copycatting that shit.
Yeah,
that's my trademark.
That's his trademark. So yeah,
breadsticks, baby.
Breadsticks. Yeah. So it's
so breadsticks tonight, in the back, baby. That's what they call a party in the back.
Party in the back. So yeah, we're gonna have a smaller panel tonight. Now, Brother Cousins might duck in a little bit later, man. I'm just waiting to see we get the go ahead from him. So the Space Pimp might pop in just a little later, possibly. We'll see how that goes. But tonight, I think we have a good enough panel. You know, that to have this discussion. It's going to be definitely a fun discussion. But without further further delay, we're going to actually just jump in and introduce these folks. Will, you ready?
Yeah, bro, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. You ready? First off, we have my man. You know who he is. Come on, man. He's the new guy, the newest collector, and he's always ready to flex. Oh man, come on. You already know who it is. My man, Mike the Collector Enabler. And yes, he does enable without really trying. He just does it. It just happens. We got Mike in the building, man. Thank you for coming through.
Thanks,
Next up, we got my man, Killer Cam. Now, Killer Cam is coming through with 2 figures today to flex. Not one, but 2 figures to flex. Now, of course, it's in Figure Flex Friday, so people definitely didn't get the memo. They just came through with a solid flex. This is something that they wanted to do. So,
I'm sorry.
Anyway, Killer Cam, thank you for basically being here tonight.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes. And you know who we got next. My man,
hello.
Mr. Foxification himself, Will Foxification. Now, of course, I told you he was on the date this morning. Definitely worthy. He actually was on the date this afternoon, man. You know what? Why watch Bridgerton when you just watch Will's life? That's the real life Bridgerton right there. Like, straight up. So we got Will.
It's true. I'm here. Just barely.
In the building. Definitely, man. Thank you for coming and thank you for being here. Yes.
Best intro yet, baby.
That was the best intro.
That was good. That was good.
That's ridiculous.
That was great.
I have a little
man.
Thor hammer here just for special occasions, just like that, bro. Show him worthy.
Definitely, man. Thanks for coming through, man. And everybody, everybody out there. Thank you guys for basically joining us. Because, like I said, tonight is going to be a worthy discussion. We're going to have some fun while we do it. And we're just so happy to have you here. Mike, tell me how your day was, bro. What you do today, man?
Dude, it was a long day. Just like you. A little bit of work. I was up super early with my kid a bunch of times throughout the night. So
yeah,
you know, and then I did a couple lectures this afternoon and did a couple things on the page, and now I'm here. And I apologize. There's like a tornado warning, so if you hear thunder and lightning, as long as things
that's
don't
this
go down,
ambience.
my screen goes black. Yeah,
that's this
so
ambience.
just,
there you go.
You know, call 911 if I go off or something.
Hey, brother, it's just ambience. We appreciate the ambience. We know how it is, man. Ain't there's no shame in that. No shame in that whatsoever. Will, man, besides the date in Olive Garden, I hope she had plenty of breadsticks and free salad on you, bro. So I mean, how was your day, Will? How'd everything go, man?
The day was good, man. My mom made shepherd's pie. It was delicious. Then I went to date on Olive Garden with the girlfriend. She had a great time, and a lot of romance involved. Sparks were flying. There was a twinkle in her eye. It was quite romantic, bro. So, in all seriousness, though, no, I didn't go to Olive Garden tonight, but I did talk to her about Olive Garden, and I think she's starting to come around.
So she didn't like Olive Garden before?
Well, so she's never been to Olive Garden, right? But then she started looking at the menu, and she was like, "It does look kind of good." And I was like, "See,
enticing.
what have I been saying for years, bro? It's romance." And she was like, she actually told me she was more connected to me after looking at the Olive Garden menu. So I think it's actually working pretty well.
Good.
Bro.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good
So
advice.
she okay, so she's
She
coming
didn't really
around,
say that, but that's how I interpreted it.
but she knows about the intimate relationship that you have with breadsticks and salad. At Olive
Yeah,
Garden.
yeah.
Okay.
More intimate with Olive Garden than with her right now. So yeah.
See, here's the thing. Will, I never. So you must have really like the luxury Olive Garden, because I know the Olive Garden here is just like, yo, when you go in, people just look miserable. Like
Really?
literally,
That's
when
Golden Corral, bro. That's not Olive Garden. Golden Corral's like the worst place in America.
I don't
Oh
even know
no,
if
it
we
is.
have-
It's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
it's delicious,
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we have a Golden Corral here anymore, man. To be quite honest,
yeah,
like we
it's
might.
too
I don't know. It's
too depressing of a place.
yeah,
It's like
it is
Country
really-
Buffet. Can't find that anymore.
Yeah,
Where?
you already know what it
Country
is,
Buffet.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
But
gone.
seriously, Olive Garden's good, man. Like, give it a try. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Free breadsticks,
Listen,
man.
I've
Come on.
gone to Olive Garden plenty of times, brother. As a matter of fact, here's the thing. Olive Garden came in a clutch during the pandemic. Like when it was really, hell yeah, because it was one of the only spots that was actually open in the area, and the only place that you can actually order from, and they would actually deliver. Literally, it was the only spot. So they definitely came through in a clutch. So shout out to Olive Garden during the pandemic. Your breadsticks and your salad held us over and got us through. The only thing is, I didn't like that the bull just dropped the food off and didn't even knock on the door and let us know he was there. He just drove off.
Yeah, that's not right.
Just out there.
Yeah, he was just like, it's out there. You got the food, we out. You know what
Give
I
him a
mean?
negative Yelp review, bro.
Exactly, bro. It
Immediately.
was just like, yo, he got man, like people, like straight up, bro. Like Uber Eats was cleaning up around that time, bro. They cleaned.
They were, bro.
They
were.
cleaned up. If you got Uber Eats, you were definitely cleaning up at that time, man, because it was like everywhere. Uber Eats, and if you were trying to get an Uber, period, they were cleaning up. Like literally, people were out there, bro, making money. Like people were actually even quitting full-time jobs to eat Ubering. It's like, yo, you
bro.
can make some money.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
definitely,
Uber's
man.
hot, man. It's been hot for a while, so
Yeah, it is.
For sure,
it's basically been out for a while. Let me address this chat real quick since we got everybody in here. We got Charlie the Unicorn. Thank you for coming through. Luminar, thank you for being here. Ashley Chase. Who else we got? Orlando Reyes. We got Raleigh Reviews in the building. Thank you for coming through, my guy. We got we got Ashley Chase. We got Xiao in the building. Bob Dylan with the $2 super chat. He says, would Will's honeymoon be a tour of Italy? I see what you did.
That's
there.
where we're going.
I like that. I like that. Who else we got in here? We have Mike Fiella. John Hensley is in the building. Renz Talentino. Two Ferns is in the building. Thank you for coming through. Let's see here. As we got Malika Mabane. They got Max Geekdom, Peter Pacheco. Cam is out there. Will's out there. Tobar, you out there. We got Collector Joy is in the building. Let's see here. Eric Hinky, I believe, is in the building. We got Valiant Archer in the building. Who else we have here? Jazzy is in the building. K Carter 215, JC, Community Arcade. We have Peter Pacheco, of course. Uncommon Flex. Let's see who else we have. Ryan Horizon, JC. Let's see here. Brandon Salad is in the building. Every time I say that, I just get hungry. Brandon Salad's in the building. Let's see here. Let's see who else we got. S Beam is in the building. Thank you for coming through, man. As always, Angel is here. DT Artman is in the building. Windman 42 is in the building. Two Ferns, of course. Let's see who else we have in here. We got quite a few, man, that are actually coming through. Let's see. Hardcore Candy is in the building. Oh. Hold my balls.
Hold my balls.
Yo, that's the first time. Hold my balls. He said, I am here. Oh, man. Okay, so here we go. Let's see here. Who else that we got coming in here? Mr. JB is actually here, and we got superhero displays with this $1.79 super chat. Hell, Knights of the display case, no drama, please. Oh man, it's gonna be no drama. There's no drama. We are feeling Mary J today. No drama, so you have to worry about that. CT 603 is in the building. We got a new member, Lizzie Venus is in the building. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you for basically becoming a member. As always, we do appreciate you. Again, we got a member meetup coming this Friday, I believe. So new members, you'll be getting an invite to a meetup where we can actually talk behind the scenes, talk about a couple of different things. So stay tuned for that. We got DK in the building, Chris Rodriguez, Oath Skywalker is here as well. Thank you all for actually joining. What is this? What's that? Ill tickle your bullocks. I'll
tickle your bullocks.
These names tonight are really going in.
I know, bro. The names are top tier,
bro. The names are straight up top tier. But man, thanks everybody for basically being here.
That's
okay. So we know what. Look, let's cut the chatter. We're gonna just start from the top because again, it's gonna be an interesting discussion about this piece because it drops late last night, I believe. Which I kind of expected something to drop, and I expect them to release it because they wanted to get the heads up on it. But yeah, they just said finally we're just gonna drop this thing, and it looks nice. To me, it looks really, really nice. We finally got the release of Moon Knight. A couple of things. I'm like, okay, I got to figure out what's going on here, and if maybe they're holding back. But again, I like it. But it's going to be interesting to hear how everybody else feels about it. Mike, you saw this release last night, man. What did you feel before I actually sent you the message that you was getting me one? How did you feel about that?
So I did pre-order 2. Thank you. You know, Lael's name is on one of them.
Exactly. Thank you, Mike.
Of course, yeah. Dude, I think this looks pretty good. I think the interesting thing is, you know, for most of us, we only saw about 40 seconds, 30 seconds of it, and not really like a full-blown suit. Are we talking about this new episode yet, or not quite?
I haven't watched it yet, so
we can.
I know I suck.
I won't give anything away. I'll just say we got to see the suit a little bit more clearly and in better light, you know, in the second episode.
Yeah.
And so I think there's maybe a few details that are kind of missing a little bit. His suit's like kind of flowy and mummified and kind of, you know, like you know, just really dynamic. And I think this looks great. I think the cape looks like it's going to be really nice. But I wonder if maybe they're going to tweak a few things once we get to see him a little bit more often. And then I really am hoping that maybe we get like a deluxe 2-pack.
Yeah.
If anyone else is thinking the same.
Yeah, I was thinking that last night. As soon as you, as soon as when you said it, I was thinking. I'm looking at it. I'll wait because I'm gonna go around and get everybody's. But but I'm with you. I hope they get a 2-pack off this piece because we definitely need it. Before we go further though, Will,
what's up, bro?
Can you key up them fingers real quick, bro? Please give me some smooth. Laid back. I need some smooth laid back because this guy that I'm about to bring in real quick, bro, he's so smooth. Like he's so smooth that my screen is sweating.
Is that smooth and laid back?
That's smooth enough. That's smooth enough. Look, we got in the building the one and only Brother Cousins tour reviews. Like, check it out.
What's up, everybody?
And you got the horns playing in the background.
It's all I had in the budget, bro. It's all I had in the budget.
Listen, them horns, bro. I hear that. Listen, so smooth. Lay it back. I told you my screen was sweating. He was like, "Ooh, Brother Cousins in the building." My man, Brother Cousins all day, brother. How you doing, Brother Cousins?
Doing good. Doing good. Thank you for having me, brother. I'm sorry for being late. I just came over from Aries. I had a little bit too much Jawa juice, and I lost track of time. Sorry, but I'm here tonight.
I'm here tonight. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of bumping. Hold up, can't say that though. Damn, can't say that.
If Hold My Balls can be on here, you might be able to say that.
Hold My Balls can be on here.
Too much. I mean, say that name and it just kind of, we ain't gonna, we good. Anyway, Cam, before we go to you, Brother Cousins, Will, Cam, what did you think about this release, brother, when you saw it last night? How was you feeling? Did it tickle your bones? And it was like, yo, my Marvel ecstasy is fulfilled tonight. How'd you feel about it, brother?
I felt satisfied.
Did it tickle your bullocks?
It did. I had to have a cigarette afterwards. That's how bad it was. I was like, woo. Sat there in the sheets, just going to town.
It's Moon Knight.
But I mean, I love it. I think it's great. I do see that it does look a little different than the original photos that we did get in the beginning. That's probably a bunch of editing though, honestly, because given a lot more of a bluish tint, I think than the original photos we did see. Only part I was concerned about was this chest piece in the front, honestly. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna like do something to probably make that flow more with the whole suit. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. I really like that the moon that they included on here with that backdrop. I was like, oh, that's a cool accessory. You know,
that's definitely
something different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool accessory. I like that. The thing that here's the thing, because I wanted to get a closer look at the insignia on his chest. And I'm wondering, I wish that the chest piece would have been magnetized where you can actually put the moon crescents.
Yeah.
I wish that would have been, it'd have been cool if they did something. Who knows? We might be able to do it, but if they're not showing it here and if they have an announcement that probably means that they won't. But yeah, I'm definitely digging this. The only thing is it doesn't have a head sculpt, so I can say it looks like Will. What did you basically think about this piece, bro?
Dude, I think it looks incredible, man. But it is interesting, Leo. You raised a really good point that it is $285 and there is no head sculpt with it. It's definitely interesting. So maybe in the future episodes, like you guys have already kind of teased on the second one, maybe they release another version with the head sculpt and or something, or a 2-pack or something where you can swap the heads. I don't know, something, right? This looks great though, man. It really is a really dynamic and just unique looking figure. I know a lot of people have compared it to, it's like a Marvel's Batman. I think that kind of makes sense. He's like a mummified Batman of sorts, almost like. So, but it's a really dynamic looking figure. I'm interested to see what it looks like without the eyes lit up, because I want to see if maybe they're painted white or something. I don't want it to have that Ultron effect. Like with Ultron, if you don't have the eyes lit up, it just doesn't look good, in my opinion. So I'm hoping this one doesn't go that route where you could really not have the LEDs in and it'll still look great. Maybe it's like just a white, white paint there. I don't know. But where it still looks decent without the eyes lit up. So it's going to be hard to say. We're going to have to see it at Secret Base or something, right? Before we can make a good judgment on him.
Good judgment on it.
But I do say like with Leia, we always say, don't pre-order this right now. Because there'll be another version or something that'll come out from this show or a 2-pack or something, or just wait to see how it's released, because we don't know with the eyes. But everything else about this figure looks incredible. I don't know how the articulation is going to be. It's probably going to be a little limited. It's a skin tight suit pretty much. But the cape has a wire in it. That's freaking awesome. I just think a lot of I think Marvel just killed it with this costume. I think I really like how this costume looks. And it's just, again, a unique figure. I think you could look at this on your shelf and be like, this guy is very unique and just rare. He stands out. He
definitely stands out.
So for me, I think, and I'm really liking the show. I've only seen the first episode, but I'm really liking the show so far. I got to watch the second. And I'm just really excited to see where it goes. And I think this is a really cool looking figure that a lot of people are probably going to want.
And look at that moon crescent, bro. Like I love this. It's detail in that and how he throws. Oh man, it's I mean, come on, man. I'm a Moon Knight fan, always have been, and I'm just happy to basically see that we're getting this in a 6-scale rendition, which means they're going to milk it. You're going to see not only quarter scale statues, you're going to see premium formats, you're going to see, probably 1-to-1 scales. I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because they're going to milk this figure while they can. And anybody who has control of this IP, I'm telling you, they will do it. So, brother cousins. Oh, look at that. That's dope. What you think about this piece, bro?
Love this figure. Want this so bad. And I'm loving the show after seeing, I don't want to, do spoilers or anything, but today's episode was
fire.
Straight fire. And that suit, I want to see that. And I think we're going to get that. I really see us. And hopefully that version, I don't know, maybe that version would come with an Oscar Isaac's head sculpt, because I do want that, but I do think that Hot Toys kind of played it safe. They were like, okay, we know most people are Oscar Isaac head sculpt is a good to have, but we know most people are going to wear this with the helmet on, with the light up eyes, so let's just do that out and put that out. And they gave us that big crescent base to make up for it. That's where you get that 285. But who knows? Maybe with the popularity of the show, maybe with the popularity of Oscar Isaac's portrayal of this character in the show, will be on a. I'm guessing this is going to be like the next Wanda level. I think you're going to WandaVision. I think you're going to get some. You're going to get some real big fanfare from it.
Yeah.
So people may. They may go back and say, "Hey, here's an updated version with Oscar Isaac head sculpt." To make up that 285. Well, maybe not, but I think we're going to get it at some point. But this thing, as it is, it looks good. It's phenomenal.
It looks phenomenal. It looks like a phenomenal piece, man. Thanks for the new membership, Tobar, in the building, man. Thank you very much for that. Do appreciate that. Yeah, bro, I agree with everything that you're saying, man. Like, again, because, we didn't. Here's the thing. Despite the simple fact that, yes, we do have it does come with that magnificent base, with the moon crescent on there. The 285, that definitely isn't. Ooh, look at that. That's crazy. Now, I know half of that 285 is definitely for the LED light up feature. And on top of that, for the base, because that moon crescent that we get there, and I like the gold imprint, the crescent. How it kind of the impression it has on the stand itself, and then you see that clear. Now this right here, this having that clear stand, if you have that up against something that you can't, it's gonna look real good. But
that better not be foam either.
I know it better not be. If it's plastic, okay, cool. But if it's foam, I'm checking out. I got a problem with that. I don't want to hear that. But bro, sorry, that's the dryer buzzing like that. But anyway, I'll turn it off in a second. The 285 though, they're gonna have to justify that, bro, without a head sculpt. That's the thing. Without a head sculpt, that 285 is still kind of steep. You know what I mean? Like for just a figure, a few accessories, a stand, and an LED light up feature. So I don't know how I feel.
I love that base, bro. I love that.
Yeah, that base is amazing.
Yeah.
That base,
I totally forgot about it. It's great.
Yeah, that base is on point. Like to and on top of that, as much as it's been mentioned the last week, I know TB League is sitting back happy right now because they's like, we can finally get rid of some of these daggone figures that we got, because a lot of people are going to go after those gods. You know what I mean? That the Egyptian gods that they released. Right. And it would look nice, with this piece though. I mean, I think they would, but I think a lot of people should wait, just to kind of see. What other figures that we might actually get from this IP. I mean, because we may get more. You know what I mean? I know we're going to get Mr. Midnight. So that's going to be pretty decent. So I can't wait for that. But I'm not going to jump into any more spoilers because, like I said, I mean, Will has to see it, to believe it himself. Yep. But today's episode, I would say, Will, it was dope.
It was dope. It was better than the first one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is if they can keep the forward momentum the way they have been doing right now, bro, it's gonna be amazing. Like I cannot wait for it.
Me too, man. I'm excited.
It definitely looks good. One other thing I want to actually touch on real quick, which was, I guess this is Hot Toys saying, you know what, we're gonna and here's the thing. I'm trying to justify this by, are they doing this because there's competition out there, or are they doing this because they're just recognizing that they have to step their shit up, like literally. And Will, I know you were kind of happy about this when you actually saw it, because I saw your comment on a couple of them. But like Hot Toys just decided that they were going to give us an update on Wenwu and the head sculpt. Like,
dude, this shit is fire.
It looks just incredible now.
Yeah,
like
it does.
It does, bro.
It does. What were you thinking when you saw it, bro?
Dude, you know how much I love Shang-Chi, Leo. You know how much I love that film. I cannot wait for Shang-Chi and Wenwu. And the fact that the head sculpt already looked good, I felt. It already looked pretty good in the proto, but it wasn't as good as Shang-Chi's. Shang-Chi's head sculpt is like literal perfection. So Shang-Chi's is so good. And then Wenwu's was like a 9, I felt like, or an 8.5. Now it's like a 10, I feel like. I think this is on Shang-Chi's levels. I know, Leo, so Shang-Chi's head sculpt, I know we've always said, I think that's the best proto I've ever seen from a Hot Toys figure. And in terms of likeness to the actor, Simu Liu, literally, it looks just like him. And
it
now
looks like a mini Sumu.
Bro, this Wenwu,
does.
I think, is almost pretty much reached that level at this point. This looks just like Tony Leung, like
It
just
does.
like him. And you know, like I said, I love Shang-Chi so much, one of my favorite films at this point. And I just, man, I really want both these figures. These two are on my most anticipated. I can't wait to get these, and I'm super excited. I think Queen Studios is making a difference.
You think?
Because
and that's what I was
doing lately. I mean, look what they've done with the Robert Pattinson and now the Wenwu, and they're gonna do it with Doc Ock too.
Yeah,
like with Doc Ock, they're gonna revise that head sculpt. Peacemaker, he's probably a lost cause, but the other ones give up on him. But the other ones like Wenwu and fucking like and Doc Ock and shit, like they're gonna revise those. And Batman. But Peacemaker, just give up. it's done. Bro. But this Wenwu, I cannot wait for this layout. And the accessories too, with the rings and the swooshing effects. Like it just, this figure is going to be a 10, and it's going to be a grail to me at least.
You think it's going to be I think you are definitely right when you say it's going to be a grail piece, because again, I mean, it's one of those situations where these are the only two figures right now that we're getting from from the setup, the only two that we actually get right now. So it just makes that much more sense to be for them to, and we don't, and on top of that, I don't think it's popular, because the thing is, it's like it's getting a run here, but also over in their market, it's going to be a popular figure. Now, here's the thing: we don't know how popular it is going to be, because I think has Shang-Chi even been shown over there yet?
Yeah, I don't think so. Did it?
Because I know there was backlash because of Sumo Lee. So I don't know if it's being shown. So I don't know. I mean, again, the figure may make a difference. It might be something totally different with the figure. They may not care. Say, you know what, we're just going to Hot Toys. They want to make the money. Right. But I don't know if it's actually being shown over there yet. But as far as it becoming a grail piece, I definitely agree. Because I mean, come on, man, Tony Leung, we're not going to see him in this form for a while. You know what I mean? Again, anyway. You know what I mean? So to have both of them, it's going to make a lot. It's going to make sense, bro. I can't wait. I love this piece, man. Definitely love it. Brother Cousins, what you think about this, man?
I think this is what we've been saying all the time. This is the Hot Toys being reactionary. This is them saying that they can no more do lackluster head sculpts. They can, and I mean, and I know some people were already saying like, well, this already looked good. Why did nobody complained about that? Nobody had a bitch fit. They took it upon themselves to update this figure. And I think that's what's going on. They're scrutinizing everything that they have done. And they're like, okay, we got somebody trying to come at the king. Okay. We're going to show them that they best not miss. And they're going to miss by all accounts. So they went back in, and who knows? This can be this actor's representation actually saying that, hey, you guys did a good job. Y'all can put out that prototype, but can we do a little better?
Can we step it up a bit?
And that's why they stepped it up, because I think the first prototype actually gave him about, and Hot Toys tends to do this. They're really good with like actors and making them. I mean, if you look at the Princess Leia from which one is that? The Last Jedi.
Okay,
That a very beautiful figure, a very beautiful representation of Carrie Fisher, but not exactly accurate. They probably gave Carrie Fisher about maybe 10. They made her 10 years younger in figure form, and I think they did the same thing initially with this figure. If you look back at the old prototype, it looked like he was about 10 years younger. This one is a more accurate depiction of how he looks today and how he looked in that film, and it's phenomenal. If you do a close up on that, I mean, it looks like a portrait. It looks like a portrait. So yeah, we're definitely seeing them being reactionary. We see them stepping it up, and I think this is what it is now. It can no longer be any questionable head sculpts, which may make us wait a little bit longer for Hot Toys, but I think better off, because even let's agree, this is still a prototype. When it comes out, we're not exactly gonna get this, but we're going to get something very close to this. And if you start off with something real good, even when it's degraded a little bit, when it goes into production, it's still going to be phenomenal. So I guess that's what they're going for.
So you bring up something that's really, really interesting, though, when you say it's a prototype. So when it comes to production, we may not get. What if what if he's tired of hearing, like, what if he's like, yo, like, we cannot, especially knowing that, okay, for instance, this is how important, and I say this with sheer sincerity, this is how important that Joker figure is right now.
Yeah.
It's important that when that figure is released, that they nail that head sculpt, that they nail everything about that piece. And I know they got a lot riding on it. Viper, if you out there, bro, we riding on this, bro. So they got a lot riding on it.
It's true. It's true.
Like, seriously, because if it is great and if it is as good as people are hoping it to be, then it's putting Hot Toys on. Now, here's the thing. Hot Toys is dope by all means. Come on, man. Like, they're putting out dope, and they have been putting out dope figures. But at the same time, it's important that, you know what I mean, Queen Studios gets that right. So then it's actually helping innovate and move and push these other companies. Because like I said, right, like you said, Brother Cousins, it's imperative that we have these companies do that. Because I think that once we get this final product, I think it's going to be almost damn near close to what we see right now, bro. I think he right now, yo, he's taking the gloves off. He's like, we are not playing anymore. We're not. Because this gives me hope for Bo-Katan.
Oh,
it gives me hope. Seriously, it gives me so much hope for that they're going to actually improve on that head sculpt. It gives me hope for definitely Fennec Shan, that we'll probably get the head sculpt the same way. For just plenty more. I mean, so many other figures that we're actually hoping that we'll receive, that will kind of carry. Even Moff Gideon. Hopefully that will actually we'll get him a more advanced and improved figure there when it comes to the head sculpt. So again, a lot is really riding that Joker is right, that they actually get it right. And I'm hoping that they do. Sure enough. Mike, what you think about this, man?
Dude, yeah, you're 100% right about that Joker. I think if that Joker lands and it's a flop, that's just going to be terrible. But I don't think Queen Studios would do that. But yeah, man, I saw this real early in the morning, and did it just look into the eyes? Just, there's a lot of life in there. And I mean, like everyone said, it looks like a portrait. The hair looks perfect. And I think Hot Toys, this is one thing that they nail, is kind of like older male characters, like Count Dooku or who else? What's another really good one?
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
So I mean, I think that like you said, the production piece is probably going to be pretty dang close to this one. And even if it's off just a hair, I mean, this is still above and beyond. But I really love the response. I honestly thought Hot Toys wasn't going to do a dang thing. I thought just going to sit back and just kind of see what Queen Studio does, see how other people react. But I think we're a really vocal community, especially the 1/6 collector community. And it's nice to get a little bit of feedback. Hey, we're not just your money bag. We're a part of the community together. You're making stuff we want to buy. We're gonna give you money. It's nice that you're actually interacting a little bit. I don't see them interacting the way like John and Queen Studios does, but maybe we'll get more interaction direct. Maybe Lael will be on your podcast soon.
Hey, I'd welcome it. I'd definitely welcome it, because I have a lot of questions. We'd be sitting here for a while, because I have a lot of questions. Especially, I know he don't want to hear anything about our later on topic with Purgatory figures. So that would I'd be like, yo, you got a minute, bro? That's where we go. But you know what? Howard Chan right now is Will Smith chin checking people right now in that company, making sure, like, straight up, he is making sure that the product is up to par, because it's like, yo, like, as much as he's not bothered, he is looking. You know what I mean? He is looking at the competition. And the thing is, it's like, look, when you have competition out there, it does force you to step your game. And look, you're a Titan, you're a king on the mountain already, and you know that you don't really have and come on, rightfully so. Hot Toys doesn't have to prove anything to anybody, bro. They don't. They've been in the game for so long. They've already proven their position. So now everybody has to step up and kind of rise to that occasion. But at the same time, even still, there's still more innovation that needs to happen within the company. So again, Yeah, man, we'll see how it's gonna go. Real quick, we got a super chat by Raleigh Reviews, $1.99. Where's Electro this week? I don't know, man. We gotta see. We gotta see. It might be coming, so we have to see it. It might be tomorrow night, brother. So we don't know. But I'm hoping that tomorrow night is a release. So we'll see how that goes. I know that a couple people here. If I see, put it this way, it'd be funny if I had Will crying, if he called me up crying because they released Loki. It'd even be funnier if I had brother cousins crying because they basically released that cable figure. So we'll see.
I think that's more likely.
That is more likely.
Brother cousins crying and cable release. So.
Definitely, man.
No, I'm just kidding. We're both emotional.
Dan, what you think about this, man?
I think it's great, man. I think, like everybody said, I think my favorite part right now is just the transparency that we're seeing with Hot Toys.
Yeah.
We didn't have that, and like Mike said, they got to be listening to some of us out here. They might not be listening to us right here exactly, but the same conversations that we're having, other people are having the same issues and the same concerns as well.
Yeah.
So there's something that they have to address there, because even though they are the champion and they're on top, nobody likes to get beat by, the new contender.
Hell no.
So it's like, if you want to remain on top, you got to give the people something
that they want,
to see. Yeah, something to see, or something that they want. So I'm excited to see what they do. I think they really stepped up to the challenge though. After Queen Studios dropped the Joker.
Yeah, they did.
I think they really came. They really came hard, honestly. And like Mike, I was surprised because I thought they wasn't gonna do anything. I thought they're gonna be like, Joker, we did that last year.
Yeah.
So, but they just been dropping release after release for pre-order. So I'm like, wow, let's see what they got coming next.
Man, look, it's Hot Toys, bro. It really is. And here's the thing, like I said, I mean, I know as much as we don't think they are, like they're like another company that we know. They're watching. You know what I mean? So they're basically watching. They want to know what the fan response is. They want to know how we feel. They just don't vocalize it as much. But like you said, they're starting to be more transparency, even on the page. You know what I mean? So we're noticing a few things that they're talking about. So I wouldn't be surprised if we even see more figure updates coming and filter down the pipeline. I think we'll get it. I think that, that discussion is going to be had and we'll be happier. And that's all we want, right? We want a little bit of transparency. You don't have to look. You don't have to make appearances on everybody's page. I'm not expecting or their channel. I'm not expecting that. I'm just expecting you to be more transparent with your page and just put out stuff to let us know what's going on. So I don't know. Exactly. We'll definitely see. Now another bit of news. We got some information from Jazz Inc. Ghost over there at Jazz Inc. about this Batmobile. And what we know right now is pre-orders open Thursday, April 7th at 9 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So basically the pre-orders are open. He got the approval for everything when it comes to this piece. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know what the price point is going to be. I'm not making brother cousins money, so you know what I mean. I'm definitely not, but we'll see how this is. But I do, so far from the front of it, I do like what I see. But I mean, it is. I don't know if, because I think he said this, and it says the weathered version. So there's going to be two versions of this: the non-weathered and then the weathered version. So it'd be interesting to see what people kind of gravitate to. But from what I'm looking at so far, it looks pretty good. Like it looks pretty damn good. Well, what you think about this, man?
Dude, I think it's pretty cool, man. The only thing I'm worried about with it is the price. I don't think I would end up getting a Batmobile either way, probably. But I think for a lot of people, they are going to be looking for one. Yeah. I think the movie was very popular. It's very well liked. I really liked it a lot. So I think it's for sure going to be something that people are going to be clamoring for. But I think Hot Toys is going to make one. Well, I don't think it's going to be weathered like this. It might have some slight weathering, but it might end up looking kind of like the Tumbler, just mostly flat and paint apps. So I think it's probably going to be that way. But I mean, the what I heard the rumblings of were that this was going to be maybe $1,700. So if that's the case, right, then that's probably going to be like what, double the Hot Toys? So I mean, that's or at least maybe 1.5 times. I don't know. It's going to be a lot, right? So and that's something that's just difficult for Yoshi having to do that because he doesn't have Hot Toys resources. So it's not as easy for him to produce one. It takes a lot more work and time and care and effort. But yeah, like this is a great looking piece, man. It does look really cool. I definitely want to see more of it. But it's a hard market. If Hot Toys doesn't make one, then yeah, people are gonna have to get this. But if they want it, but I still would hold out personally, because I wouldn't go rushing to pre-order this myself, because if I really wanted a Batmobile, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna wait a little bit. If it sells out, it sells out. This is how it goes. But if it doesn't, then I can wait and get the Hot Toys for a lot less, which is probably going to be just as good, if not better. So it's unfortunate. Like, we all want to root for the underdog sometimes, but sometimes it just doesn't make sense to do it, where it's like you got to think of your own wallet and your own collection first. So, and I just feel a little, I've never bought a Jazzing piece. I'm sure they're all great, but I would just feel a little bit safer with a Hot Toy in my collection. But not taking anything away from this piece. It's great and it looks cool. It's got a nice LED light up, and yeah, the Batmobile was very cool in the film. I liked it a lot, and I think a lot of people are going to be looking for one. So this could be the one for them.
This would be interesting to see. Yeah, definitely, because if once they put this up for pre-order, we already know that down the line there's going to be a Hot Toys response. It could even be one tomorrow night. You never know. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different ways that they can go about this, but we'll definitely see. Brother Cousins, man, what you think about it, bro?
I love Jazzing. I love them. I have their Falcon cockpit, and I think that's one of the greatest. I think that's one of the greatest pieces in my collection. Every time I look at it, I just love looking at it. It's the wow factor of it is great, and the fact that it was something that Hot Toys kind of promised but didn't deliver, and the fact that they did deliver, I'm spellbound. I'm glad that they were able to do it. I know some people have problems. Well, the paint is a little off, but still it's a great piece. Now, with that being said, this I think is going to be a way better piece than what Hot Toys is going to come up with. Now, we got to also remember that Queen Studios is it Queen Studios? They're coming out with a version as well.
I forgot about that actually. Yeah.
So you're gonna have so it's gonna be Clash of the Titans with this, and Yoast is, I think it's safe to say, he's the smaller company on the scale, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that his version wins, because they're putting a lot of cool stuff in it, like the exhaust firing out the engine. He's talking about adding RC capability in it, so you can drive it, remote control, drive it around. I don't know why you would want to do that with a collectible, but it's a good to have, even if you're not going to do it. Just taking it outside, and just filming some videos and just driving it around would be a cool video, some cool stop motion animation video. That would be awesome. So I definitely can see the value of it, but the practicality of that price, if it's $1,500 and we're talking about shipping and all that, shipping and handling and all that, a $1,700 piece. And I just that's where I tap out. I gotta tap out. I love grails, I love big expensive pieces, but that's where it's just like, okay, I can't. Me personally, this is not the Batmobile for me. I'm actually looking at getting the 1966 Batmobile. That's a little bit around, and even that's I believe that's about $1,400. But that's a little bit around. That's in my wheelhouse of getting. So I look at that more than this one. But I'm not mad. I think it's going to be great. It's definitely great for the community, for us.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be a great piece. I know how much those prices are with Yoast, and rightfully so, though. I mean, amount of work, and then it's a smaller team. It's him, his dad, and I think there's a few other people that actually work on these pieces. So it's to be expected. So I mean, kudos to him, especially with this. I just don't know. I mean, the price is going to basically speak by, and the thing is, it's like the only company, and like here's the thing: the difference between him and Queen Studios, that Queen Studios said that, look, we're going to be competitive. And right now they're working towards being as competitive as they possibly can. For Yoast, he's already openly said he can't do that. You know what I mean? It's going to be priced at a higher level based off of production cost, materials utilized, and I don't know. We'll have to actually see. Real quick, DJN 199 super chat. Yo, Hot Toys would definitely not make a weathered version. Yeah, or
people also got to look at it. This is a custom piece. That's what you're getting. You're getting a custom piece. It's like going to if you
Yeah.
try to get imagine trying to buy a custom head sculpt. You're going to pay some money for a custom head sculpt. I think it's V Collectibles. They do they did a wonderful John Cena head sculpt and a Chadwick Boseman. You're going to pay some money for stuff. So
you're gonna definitely pay a grip for that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see how it goes. We got a $5 super chat by Leon Walker. Thank you for that, man. Don't forget, Jazz said if he doesn't get enough orders in a month or so, it will get canceled.
Yeah,
it's another thing you got to look at. Putting that, I don't know. That's tough. When you hear that, that's like, okay, do I want to risk that? You know what I mean? Do I want to risk doing that, or I want to feel more, more secured with Hot Toys or Queen Studio doing it? You know
but
I mean?
to be fair, I think he did say if he doesn't get enough orders, all the people that put money in, they will get their money back. I believe.
Yeah. And he did. He did say that he'll refund the money, but it's just like refunding is cool, but it's just a hope that something like. But the beauty of it is there's always options. So you have Queen Studios. You have, Hot Toys. I just hope Queen Studios, please learn not to do that pre-order scam. That book. That's not a scam, but don't do that. It didn't work. Just rock with it. Just say, look, we're gonna release these pre-orders until we decide we just want to stop it, and then we can appreciate that. Don't do that 2-3 more 4 days shit, because that's just not gonna work, man. And then it always spawns conversations. And I'm rooting for y'all, man. I want y'all to succeed. Just don't do that shit again, man. Seriously, don't. No, man, don't do that. Anyway, Mike, what you feel about this piece, man?
Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me that April 7th is tomorrow. Seems so far away, but so this opens up tomorrow. That's sooner, I think, than Yoast was hoping for, and I know there's a ton of people, at least on his group, that are quote committed to this. At least by typing it into these messages. And I really want to see what's gonna happen. So me personally, I'm with Brother Cousin. I have the cockpit. I freaking love that thing. I have the 1/6 Justice Mobile, and I love that so much. I think the one thing
that one,
dude, that I actually got mine on the aftermarket for a very fair price, and I just got lucky. I missed. I got just about retail.
Nice.
But here's another thing people are forgetting: these 1/6 vehicles are freaking huge. And that's look, the DeLorean, just look behind Brother Cousin. I mean, it's hard to tell, but so I have a 72-inch TV stand, and the 1/6 Justice Mobile takes up half of it. So I can maybe put one more, and that's 5 feet. So
wow.
That's crazy. Now that being said, I do have the 66 on order, and I think that 66 is going to be unreal.
It's gonna be their best piece.
He's so committed. He's made so many changes. He's essentially losing profit because of the changes that he's making, but that's just who he is. He's a good guy.
He wants to make sure that he's putting out a good product.
If you look at Hot Toys pre Queen Studios, Yoast is like the polar opposite of that. Posting every day, talking to everyone. He knows a lot of people by their first name. Anywho, I have a lot of their products. I believe in Yoast. I'm on the fence on this one personally. And it's just a subjective personal choice. It's not because I don't think it's fantastic. I think the special features, that the steam coming out, and he's like, look, it's just water. You put it in here, you turn it on, and you get the steam. I think the RC capability is kind of cool. I mean, I have a 1-to-1 RC Imperial mouse droid. I think that thing is freaking amazing. Now, it's different than this highly detailed model, but it's kind of fun to make it go back and forth and kind of play with it a little bit. I mean, it is a toy after all. Very expensive one. The thing that stinks is if shipping is still about the same, this thing is going to cost about $250 to ship from the Netherlands, to the US at least. And so, 1,500 plus 250, here's the cool thing. All right. He's making it extremely easy to get in on the PO, and it's $100 down like normal. And then he has his payment plans, no interest and, no penalties. So, he's really believing in the people who are gonna pre-order this to
piece,
go through with it, because he's not, he's gonna refund if they don't make enough. He didn't say he'd hold on to your money. If people bail out on him, he's gonna refund it. And that's just the kind of guy he is. I don't know if there's a necessity to pre-order this immediately, unless you want to be like, hey, look, I got number 1 or 2 or of the weathered version.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chew on this a little bit. I'd probably
just wait and see.
Yeah, I might wait and see a little bit. Would I love to have this in my collection? Absolutely. Do I have the space for it after the 66, the Justice, and maybe the 95? And I really want the 89. I mean, dude, how much flat surface do you have? So if you're on the fence on this and you want it, get it. It's going to be great, especially if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, Queen Studios already said they're going to try to be, quote, competitive. I don't know what that means. Competitive with Yoast, competitive with, Hot Toys current vehicle selection. You can't go wrong with Jazz Inc. I mean, they're the best. But it's a custom. That's all it is. And so you're going to pay the custom fee.
Yes, you are. Listen, that Iron Scavenger I got was worth every penny.
Oh man, beautiful piece.
Worth every penny. That thing, literally, I have it up far away where nobody can really touch it, but it is a beautiful piece. That wingspan alone, I was happy that I got Gen 1. You know what I mean, with the brown fur, because it's just so unique. But that piece is incredible. I'm still, he did contact me, let me know that the Ray's speeder is supposed to be released in shipped mid-April. So I'm hoping that actually comes out a bit sooner. So yeah, I can't wait for that. I definitely can't wait for that piece. That's going to be a phenomenal piece to have. But yeah, I feel you, bro. It is a custom piece, and you do basically get what you pay for. So we'll see how he comes with this piece. Cam, man, I know you're getting like 3 of these pieces, bro. So how you feel about it, brother?
I think it's great, man. I think it's gonna be great in someone's collection. It's not gonna be in mine. I just can't come to terms to be able to pay that much for one thing. And I barely got the space for these little things, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I collect the 6 scales because they're smaller and I can put them in different places and stuff, and they still have that lifelike detail to them. So and then if you're looking at, like Mike was saying, a 250, 200 with shipping on there, you're looking at like 1750 for this thing. You know, that's like 4 to 5 figures for me, so I'm like, I don't know, it's tough. And it's weird how we see these things come out and then we see how other companies kind of just pop up with things that are similar to it with a lower price, it sucks because, he's a smaller company and he's the underdog trying to fight, to work his way to the top. But it's about our wallets at the end of the day too, like Will was saying. So well, how would you feel, Will? I mean, not Will, Lil, how would you feel if that scavenger, right? So we're not done seeing the Vulture in the MCU, right?
No.
So he'll be back. So how would you feel if Hot Toys did release a Vulture eventually?
Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you.
Okay, because we've been talking about Macs and stuff like that. Like my Mac is going to probably frease in a minute.
Yeah. It's froze right now. Yeah.
You can still hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this real quick, and then I'm going to let somebody else talk. You said, how would I feel if Hot Toys
release a scavenger? I mean, well, a Vulture. It would be a Vulture because they're probably going to have the title to it.
I'll be cool with what I got right now.
Okay. All right. Got you.
Definitely would be cool. Right? Like no problems whatsoever. I'd still be cool.
Because I think it's a great piece. It's honestly, it's great.
Oh, did he freeze officially?
He's gone.
He's gone. Yeah. This piece looks cool though, man. It's a really nice piece.
It's great. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece. Just like you guys had mentioned in the market, it's going to be tough, man.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I think his attention to detail is just so granular and so great that it gives people all these different options with it, which is cool. Oh shit! He almost lost his life.
Cap,
You
bro.
saw that? It's like, whoa, Matrix.
I know you called
Right.
So I think, oh, there it is.
Oh, there's
the
Mike flexing
scavenger.
on us
Yep.
again. That's what he
God
does, bro.
damn it. Let me get this shit out of here.
I know, right?
My little guy with a stick in his hand.
This thing,
Dude, that's
so
badass
freaking,
though.
it's so awesome. So was it Cam? Did you ask if Hot Toys released one? Would you feel bad?
Right. Would you feel bad about it, or would you think like, maybe I'll sell this one and then get the new scavenger, or would you just like,
dude, this thing is so big I can't even get in camera.
I don't even think they would make
crazy.
it that large either. Like the Hot Toys version wouldn't even be that, and that's a lot heavier, I'm sure too, right? Like that's full metal on. Yeah.
These flight poles are all metal. This is some really heavy acrylic. These wings, I think it's got to be at least a 3-foot span.
Right.
You know, you got the fully articulated kind of fans here. This thing, and this base is about I don't even know, about 8 inches, 9 inches wide on both sides.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's the light up feature, the fur, the leather.
Man, that looks good.
So
it looks great, man.
Really good.
I don't think Hot Toys would go to the amount of detail and just they wouldn't make it this big. And you know, it makes me think about the quarter scale Spider-Man that they released with like one of the wings sticking out of the base. And that's supposed to be like a quarter scale representation. I understand it's real. It's like half the size of this. I understand it's just a base element, but
still, you know, like if they're gonna bring it to life, then they gotta go all the way. Then they
and this piece, how much was this piece? Does anyone remember? Was it like
it was a decent amount, yeah.
5 something?
Mike, do they still have that on sale?
I think they do.
I think it's still on there because I think he makes it to the order, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I think the second batch is being released fairly soon. This was the first batch one that came right around Christmas time last year.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
So Leo, you say you had the one with the brown fur though, right?
Yeah, I have the one with the brown. I love it because, like I said, it was the first gen. And you know, bro, like once you get it in hand, like Mike said, you don't realize how big.
I can't even. I don't even know. I gotta put this down. This thing's gonna break.
Like the wingspan on that thing is incredibly huge, bro. Like it's one of the biggest pieces. You know, you're definitely not. You can put it on top of something, and you might want to actually just you know avoid putting on top of a detolf. Like you know, Will always talks about the weight is important.
Right.
Don't put it on top of a detolf because it's tricky. It becomes a tricky situation at that point. But still, for what it's worth, man, like I'm happy. I'm happy with it gives me, what I get from it. Like literally, it's definitely a phenomenal piece. And I think it is still available though.
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
I think it is basically still an available piece. Now I'm rebooting this iMac. I'm telling you, we just been sitting up here talking about Macs, right?
Yeah.
I hate
this.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay, so
crazy.
this you know, Yost raised his prices not too long ago. I think before he raised his prices, this was $4.99. It's $5.99 now. So it's not too bad. I mean, considering how much was the Boba Fett 2-pack 1/6? Was that like 5 something?
Yeah. It's about 5, yeah.
So, you know, this comes in a giant box, you know, 3-foot wingspan, fully articulated, mixed media, leather, you know, all this stuff. I don't think Hot Toys would put it out for cheaper, maybe not by much.
Yeah, they won't.
No, definitely not.
They won't. If anything, for what it was worth, I mean, I think they already know they missed the boat on it. So I don't think that they would even try to tackle something like this. They'd probably leave it. But at the same time, though, and here's the thing: is like I know that they're kind of choking on it a little bit because they teased us with that quarter scale diorama base that they gave us with Spider-Man, the one that you know Will missed out on it because he just kept procrastinating.
It's true, bro. I did. You know what I mean? I did.
But I mean, again, you know, it's a phenomenal piece, and that just shows Yost innovation. And on top of that, Yost, he tackled a 6-scale figure. You know what I mean? Like he actually literally gave us a 6-scale figure that is articulate and looks good with real leather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not play. It's real leather, and it
Yeah.
looks really good, bro. So you can tell that he put a lot of care into something like that. I'm surprised Brother Cousins didn't get it. I thought Brother Cousins was going to get it.
You know why I didn't get it? Space.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is space. Because I'm already thinking about, like, damn, what am I gonna do with? And we talking about vehicles here. I'm thinking about the biggest vehicle. Probably. I mean, that 66 Batmobile is gonna be big, but that damn one after, man,
massive.
Yeah, that's probably gonna persuade me to go Maji case, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, dude.
I know.
Maji cases are great. I just don't want to build them. That's my problem.
See,
I don't want to wait, and I don't want to build them.
The first two are terrible. The 21st isn't too bad.
First is too bad.
I'll just get layout to come out. We build them, then we'll be good.
So,
there you go.
Well, I want to jump into like this next topic with a bit of care. So because we've talked about this, so Will, I want you to give everybody the definition of what we mean, and when we actually say, and we joke about this, but it's a serious matter. When we say figure purgatory, okay? So when we say figure purgatory, when I say that to you, Will, what does that mean to you? What is the definition of that?
Dude, to me, it means essentially the figure is lost in the vast abyss somewhere out in the ether, right? That's what I mean, bro. So, like, for example, Corvus Glaive. Glaive's in figure purgatory. Vulture's in figure purgatory. So you guys were already talking about him. But that's how I feel. Like, they're lost in the nothingness of Howard Chan's collection room. That's pretty much like, that's where they're only going to be. They're not going to be anywhere else. Like, they did Zemo and Baze Malbus and every other figure they showed. Dude, when they showed Pennywise at San Diego Mantis, when they showed Pennywise at SDCC, I was like, he's going straight to figure purgatory. I knew you. And then he actually got put up for pre-order, and I was like, what the world? But Mantis is another one, bro, for sure. So that's essentially what it is. It just means a figure that Hot Toys unfortunately teased that they will never make. So you can almost start to spot them at this point. Like when you like the Anakin and the Starfighter, I think it was, things like that. The Mandalorian sort of diorama with him in the city with the wall, stuff like that, where you can start to spot it. And you're like, no way in hell Hot Toys is making this. You can see it, and you're like, they're flexing, but they don't need to flex anymore. That's always my problem with it, because I'm like, you don't need to show this just to show us what you can do. You've already shown us what you can do. So if you're gonna show us something, then at least give it to us. So, but that Mantis is another one, bro. Maybe for Guardians 3 they'll make a Mantis, but
and the funny thing is they made one and gave one to the actress.
I know. She's just
one now.
She got the one and only. That's great.
She got the edition size of one.
And here's the thing. And Brother Cousins, I know you got to actually jet out in 10 minutes. So I want to kind of get your reaction to this. Like, what is the one figure that they teased, that Hot Toys teased, that you were like, yo, I am ready, and they were like, nah. It was the one figure that you wanted to see, and Hot Toys was like, nah. We ain't doing it. Sorry. Get close up, but it's just not gonna work.
Well, this one on screen is definitely one. It's a couple of them. Mantis is one. I mean, when I saw Mantis, I was like, how toyetic would she could be? But that was still kind of towards the hype of Guardians of the Galaxy. So it was kind of like, yeah, maybe we will get it. But then I was like, it's not really toyetic. How much? And then it never came. So that's one. I'm trying to think. Was it one? I know it was something. Is it something Marvel? Right now, honestly, and I was just talking about this with Aries, it will probably be that Bespin Luke.
There you go.
That one. Like, and I know I just got DX07, but still, we want to update. We definitely want to update from that. But where is that? Can we get it?
Yeah, that's the one that I'm pretty much like, okay, so Hot Toys, you're showing us your hand, and now here's the thing. With that basically being said, do you think that now, considering the simple fact that we are getting a lot of competition now, I mean, and when I say a lot of competition, there you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
That's it. Padme.
Here you go. Here you go, brother cousin. We're getting a lot of competition now. And people are starting to release. Do you think we're going to still continue to see this trend?
No, I think they're going to be reactionary just by what we're seeing with we were talking about earlier with Wenwu. Just looking at the Mandarin, just looking at that, just shows like, okay, you know, if you come at the king, you best not miss. And they're going to prove that, the Queen Studios. Like, the thing is with Hot Toys, and you kind of alluded to this earlier, that Hot Toys is, even though they got some misses and they do some questionable head sculpts, they're time tested like over 20 years. So it's like, it'll be hard. It's going to be some time to see a studio company actually, you know, challenge them with that, because the pieces that they have released over the years has been stellar. They simply have more wins than loses at this point. But I think to appease a lot of us, you're going to see better head sculpts. You're going to see stuff that we want them actually put out like this. And I do think this along with General Obi-Wan from the Clone Wars, you're definitely going to get those. Those are going to be pulled out of the graveyard. In a matter of, who knows, we could probably see that during Celebration. We could probably see that on May 4th.
Yeah, and I think great. That you do, you know, when you say basically Celebration, that's the one thing I was thinking about that. And then on top of that, we got to also keep in mind that with this Obi-Wan, being at the series is technically right around the corner. That's like next month. Yeah. Like that's literally next month. And it's around the time that we are going to be in Celebration. I think that's when we'll probably, now here's the thing, depending on whether or not Hot Toys actually has a presence at Celebration for Star Wars. If Sideshow's there, then definitely we probably will see a presence, but I don't know, that's just debatable. But I think that we will see this, and probably with an upgraded head sculpt. But again, with Star Wars, it's always one of those situations where it's almost a given that we'll possibly see certain things. But Marvel has almost zero chance, bro. Yeah. Like they literally have zero chance at anything, you know, at this particular point. And the reason why I say that is because, like, for instance, one of the main figures that I thought was easy for him to make and that we would actually see, Baron Zemo. That's another, this Zemo. Well, we talked about this for a minute and it never happened. Like
I didn't think it was going to, personally. I thought it would be easy, but I was like, I think he looks like a figure Purgatory figure to me.
And you're right. And I think basically you spoke it into the existence. So that's probably why we didn't.
Howard was like, Will's right.
Yeah. And I think that's what it was. Like Hot Toys was like, save this for so. That's what I just
throw him a bone.
Like, give it to so. Right.
We'll throw him a bone and let him know, you know, look, we're giving you a little something. Maybe you can toy around with this and make it better. And I think So Toys could play around with it if they wanted to. The thing is, look, as much as I love So, they're still a bit soft on their head sculpts, and they still have a long way to go with it, but they still give us really good figures. I would want Hot Toys to do something like this. I would really, really want them to tackle it, because even with that faux fur that you actually see on the jacket, it looks really decent. So it would definitely be something that I would actually put in my collection. But again, we're not going to see this. Mike, name a figure that you yourself, but before I get to that really quick, we got a super chat by SpongeBob SquarePants. $1.99, 1/4 scale Spider-Man is open sale at Toys Wonderland. Yeah, it is. There's another sale on it at Toys Wonderland, brother. Will. So you might be able to get your hands on one. You might be able to get your hands on one, Chief. But Mike,
maybe, bro.
Figure that hasn't been released that you were like hoping for, and I know mine. And Mike, we might be somewhat on the same page, but I'm just gonna wait and see what yours was. Like, what was your number one figure that you wanted to see, but for some unknown reason, you know, Hot Toys just decided, nah, it's not important.
For a really long time, it was Bespin Luke. But then I got my hands on a DX07, and that is, in my opinion, still the best Hot Toys release to date.
I agree.
It's just, I literally have it hanging from my ceiling, him on the light up antenna, and then I have him fighting Vader on a Jazz Inc. Bespin Gantry, and it's just badass, man.
So that's great. So you're saying that that's worth getting?
So the DX07,
yes.
If you can find it for a reason, what's reasonable?
I recently got it for
reasonable,
for 700 at and it had a few flaws. It did. I recently got it from, I think it was on Amazon. I got it from Amazon for $700. And my camera just died.
There it goes.
But it's I agree with Mike. It is an amazing piece. It is wonderful. And with that being said, guys, I got to jet out. The camera just told me to leave.
man, look, brother, thank you for coming through, man. Let us know what's popping up on your show, and like real quick, and then like I said, we'll see you out, man.
Absolutely. Tomorrow we got Best of the Best. It's going to be great tomorrow. Probably going to have some wonderful gentlemen from this panel on mine tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, that'll be tomorrow. And we'll be going like at 7:30. So we'll go back a little earlier. Just so we can make sure everybody, gets in and gets out. And I know you guys got Uncivilized Scandals tomorrow, so definitely want to, make sure we make enough headroom for you guys to watch that watch Best of the Best and watch that one, because that's what we do. We brothers in arms.
Hell yeah.
That's how we do it. Also, I got my new show, which is picking up traction very well. Good Morning Grails. This week we did what did we do this week? Who was that? Who did we do this week? I forgot. It was RoboCop. We did a RoboCop and Alex Murphy 2-pack. Got a lot of good traction for that. Saturday, that is on Saturdays at 8 a.m. and Tuesdays at 8 a.m. early in the morning. So Saturday we're doing the Terminator Tech Noir, another oldie but goodie. So come check that out Saturday morning with us. And also I'm on my road to 2K. I'm just about at 1,900, so we're getting close. Once we hit that 2,000 mark, I'll be giving away a toys. I want to say Toys Online. We'll be giving away a CW Ahsoka from Sideshow. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be letting people know how you can enter and get that. And that is it for me.
Oh man, well definitely, bro. Appreciate you being here always, brother. It's always a space here, man. I cannot wait to watch the show tomorrow. I might duck in if I get a chance to with my schedule, bro. So definitely send me a link.
You got it.
And if I can, definitely, man. But yeah, man, thank you for being here, bro. We definitely appreciate you always, man.
Absolutely.
Always.
Thank you for having me. Good night, guys.
Anytime, man.
See you, buddy.
Hey, man.
Daddy cousins.
Maybe you all in all.
Hell yeah.
See you guys.
But yeah, Mike, were you done, man? Or what were you talking? You were talking about the DX07, right?
Yeah, and then I was gonna say the one thing that I would buy in a heartbeat is the Jedi Starfighter. If they dropped it right now, don't care how much. I want it.
That Jedi Starfighter, and I was talking about it, but everybody was like, it's too big, but I would still get it in a heartbeat, bro. I would definitely still get it regardless, and I would not care. It would be mine.
Yes.
So definitely I would want that. Cam, a piece that you looked at and you've wanted for so long, and you were like, I hope Hot Toys releases it. And they just like, yeah, sorry, Charlie, we ain't doing that.
There's so many. I don't know which one to pick. So I really wanted to see Valkyrie. I wanted that, but we might get that still. So it's like there's a possibility we can still get that with the Thor Love and Thunder. So I'm like, all right, not too pissed. But the one I really liked, because right now I feel like I'm in the villains, right? So one that I felt like that they missed opportunity to drop was Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man.
Yeah,
that would have been awesome.
And that would have been cool. That would have been cool, man. That was like his nemesis. That was it. Like that's all he had. So now it's like, and Ghost. I didn't want Ghost. Like,
yeah, that was so far back, and right now, it's so far back that they actually took it completely off.
Yeah, it's not even on there anymore. I had to search it to find it. Like I couldn't even find a record of it. So it's crazy.
Yeah. Will,
what's
was
up,
there
bro?
a piece out there that you love that you were like, I mean, I'm going to see this piece sometime soon? And Hot Toys was like, sorry, Will.
They were like, nah, fam. This shit's staying in purgatory.
That
No,
just-
so like you mean like one that's been shown that just never was released? Is that what you mean, Leo?
What you say now?
I said, do you mean like one that's been shown that was never released?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
One that was shown that it's never actually popped up.
Dude, for sure, hands down, it's Corvus Glaive. It's Corvus Glaive. Like I really like the Outrider they showed too. That was pretty cool. But I'm with you, Cam. I like the villains. So
yeah,
and I just really love the Black Order and the fact that we never really got those in Hot Toys form. I mean, I know the third party made them, but I was not crazy about how those looked. I have the Iron Studios and I'm very happy with them. They're very good, but I would love to have a Hot Toys rendition of the Black Order. Oh, Lahel is double.
I'm double tonight. I'm doubling tonight.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
I'm back. Here we go.
Ooh, it was Inception there for a second. I was freaking out. I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, Corvus Glaive for sure. I'm just trying to think of another one maybe that got shown that I don't know. Because there's a lot of really good ones. I'm with Cam in that Yellow Jacket would have been really cool. I think Yellow Jacket was definitely one that had a very unique look. And I think that would have been, it was very toyetic. Yeah. So I think that would have been it translated to, like, he was really good in the film, but he wasn't, I think, like the best Marvel villain ever or anything. Right. But I think his figure looks really good. Yeah. So I think it would have been a really cool looking figure. But to me, hands down, the A1 is Corvus Glaive.
Is that Corvus, bro? And the thing is, because basically, okay, so we had Corvus, and then they teased us with basically the cap with the Outrider diorama. You know what I mean? Right, so they gave us hope, but it was like false hope. Like, yeah, we're giving you hope, but you're not going to see these things. And this is why I posed the question, like, you know what I mean? Is this something that, you know, Hot Toys is going to continue with? Like, I mean, because you're giving us a lot. I mean, I'm talking about a lot of figures that are basically sitting there right now. Like, one of the biggest ones, you know, when I looked at it, I was like, yo, like, okay, we have, you know, like, for instance, we got Cody, you know, we got Commander Cody. And, you know, even with Rex, like, seeing that we basically have Rex, you know, we did actually get the 501st first. You know, we got that figure, but for some reason, we didn't get Rex's squad. We didn't get a clone trooper from his squad. And I'm wondering, like, why? Like, what was the reason? Like, why are they halting that one? I mean, if we would have got more of his squad, I'm pretty sure everybody would have been excited about it and they would have got it. That's just more, and it's a moneymaker. It's not like you have to actually add a head sculpt to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, why, Mike? Why do you think we didn't receive this piece, bro?
You know, I was looking at this piece when I was looking at that page, and I have no idea. Because you know, here they've been dropping random clones on us for maybe like the last 6 months, right? Yeah. So it's probably a distinct possibility that this could drop, maybe especially if we get some flashbacks. Obi-Wan. I mean, this was his, you know, him and Cody. You know, this with the 212. So maybe that's what they're waiting for. Who knows? But you're right. I mean, they're cranking out the 501st and they're cranking out the deluxe and the standard. This is just a money grab. It's an easy one. They could probably charge $259 for this, $269 if they wanted to.
Yeah.
People will buy 8 of them.
They would. I know I would. I mean, with because the thing is, it's like I want to build. I mean, Rex, that the color scheme for that was always my favorite. You know what I mean? It was always one that, you know, pretty much, you know, I wanted to get, you know, to go along with Cody. Because remember, like, I mean, Cody for a while. And here's the thing: is like we didn't have to wait long for Cody, bro. We didn't. Like, to be quite, if you think about it, like they got Cody out like pretty quick. So it wasn't something that we had to necessarily wait on. It just came and we were ready. You know what I mean? Like, but man, I think one of my biggest disappointments right now, ain't ashamed to say it. You know, of course, I know a lot of people have their own. I have mine that I'm pretty much really sore over. And
yeah.
I think we could say that. I think it's safe to say.
Of course,
this was a huge disappointment, bro. And I can't say that they were holding on to it because she's going to make a special appearance in Obi-Wan, because I don't think that they're going to actually flood that show with a whole bunch of cameos. I don't think something like that's going to happen. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it could, but I think, you know, they're not going to probably run the risk of doing something like that. To be quite honest, but that would probably be my biggest. I'm like, why did they teased it? Like, Will, why do you think they teased this figure? Just said, nah, we're not going to do it.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's such a good question. To me, I don't know. Maybe it was like maybe one of those things where it looks good at a con, where it looks kind of, you know, displays the whole universe. You have a character that's obviously from the prequel trilogy, displaying it with other prequel characters. She's a very important character. And I think sometimes what they do, speculation here, but I think sometimes what they do is they put these figures out there in terms of showing them at cons and stuff, and they see the reaction to them. And they see like how many people are talking about them, how much buzz there are. Maybe they have analytics that even look at these things, like how many times people are mentioning them on social media, how many comments they're getting, and then they determine maybe with a, you know, multi-factor analysis of the market terms of like how popular this character is, how many would they sell. So it could just be like throwing it out there and just, you know, like simple marketing where they're just kind of like, okay, let's experimentation here and experiment and see if people are actually going to buy this or if they really care that we showed this. So it could be that maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they are experimenting with it. So maybe that's probably why they showed it. But I would be hard pressed to think you're not going to get a lady Thor, so to speak, for the Thor.
Yeah,
so I think that's almost a guarantee. It's a virtual certainty.
Yeah, brother.
So I think you're going to get a Natalie Portman figure, and maybe that will have them go back and do a Padme. But dude, it's funny. Hot Toys is just not, other than Dark Knight, they're just not really doing old stuff right now. Like they're really like focused on. They're really having a hard time just keeping their head above water with the current.
Yeah.
So like they're like with Moon Knight and Hawkeye and Loki and then Obi-Wan and like and all these things that are coming out and all the Marvel properties, Shang-Chi, and like they only made 2 figures from Shang-Chi. So they're having just a hard enough time keeping up with what's current. So I don't think they're really going back as much right now. They're not making the Bespin Luke. They're not going to make Mace Windu, or they're not going back to make, you know, all these figures, because maybe when things slow down a little bit, they can do that. But right now, I think it's not really possible for them. So I wouldn't expect to see Padme anytime soon, personally.
Okay, well, what do you think about Cobb Vanth, bro?
I think he gets made.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think he's a Purgatory figure, because I think there's going to be either enough seasons of him in something. He'll be in Book of Boba season 2, or he'll be in Mandalorian season 3, and there will be a Cobb Vanth. Whether it's this Boba Fett outfit is the question. I think you will eventually get a Cobb Vanth, but because we haven't got a Cad Bane either, but I think that is probably coming. You know, and that's probably easier to make because you don't have a likeness, so to speak.
I think with Bane, they're probably banking on a simple fact. Now, here's the thing: is like there hasn't been an official announcement of Book of Boba season 2 yet, has there?
No, not that I saw, but you did for sure, dude. It's
so.
But
do you
and
think
Ahsoka show.
Yeah,
Ahsoka
well,
show.
yeah, true. So do you think that basically the reason why we haven't seen Cobb right now is because, or Cad Bane, is because we're waiting on an official announcement for, you know, season 2, that they don't really have, you know, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing is like, they know that we want it, but so far we've only gotten 2 figures from, you know, that season. Just mainly 2.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's funny, they kind of lay out what you're referring to. They kind of did that with Fennec. Like Fennec could have, she was in Mandalorian, right? And you could have made that figure. Then they marketed her as Book of Boba. So I think Cobb Vanth is a very popular character, and everything Mando is hot right now, and he's still a Mando character. That's where he first appeared. So I do think he gets made. It's just a matter of when. We thought the same with Casca, and Casca just popped. They made Axe Wolves, for God's sake. So I mean, like if they made Axe Wolves, they're going to make Cobb Vanth. It's just a matter of time. That's what I mean, like, come on. They didn't give him a head sculpt. They kind of did Axe a little bit dirty, but it's like they still made him. And Casca got made. I think Casca's fantastic, but I think Cobb Vanth's probably more popular than she is. So and that's saying something, because she's very popular. But yeah, dude, I think Cobb Vanth. I'm surprised he hasn't been put up already, to be honest. But
that's my wonder. Is why, you know, he hasn't been put up. Another one of the figures that I'm actually waiting on, you know, because they've mentioned it, is Crosshair. I'm hoping that they actually give us Crosshair. So I mean, the 3 out of, you know, how many that we have, you know, and being that Crosshair is one of my favorite figures. You know, one of my favorite characters from the Bad Batch. You know, I'm hoping that he sees the light of day. I mean, I wonder, my thing is that I wonder what the decision making goes into, you know, I know it's here's the thing: is we talk about dollars and cents, we talk about money, and money plays a huge factor in whether or not these figures get made. We don't know, you know what I mean? And at some point, like, we just got to wait and basically see. They're looking at. Do you think? And Cam, I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think it's the simple fact that is it fair or unfair to say that they're just paying more attention on their market and forgetting at the simple fact that in the North American market, like, the thing is, I would say off of their Star Wars figures, they make more money from us than anywhere else.
Yeah, of course.
What I mean?
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
So it would, I think that the logic would be to release these figures. You know what I mean? Just to do it. But what do you think it is, bro?
I really don't know, man. I mean, because I feel like they think, like we were saying earlier, there has to be some type of survey or some type of data analytical process that they use to be able to survey, okay, well, these are popular. These are something that people are looking for. But what they don't realize is that all these Star Wars characters at some point all tie and tether together, you know? So it's you can't have the Bad Batch and then be missing one of the individuals of the Bad Batch, the original group, So for me, it's just like, you would make more money selling a complete set opposed to having just a few popular characters from that set,
just pop in,
because it's like, okay, it's like, all right, well, if I'm gonna get one of the characters from Bad Batch, of course I'm gonna need Crosshair, I'm gonna need all of them. Like, why wouldn't you want a complete set? I don't think any collector wants to just have one person that's their favorite person. It just ties into, it's like a tumble effect, is that we're going to spend more money on things that relate or make more sense in a scene that we can depict ourselves, opposed to getting the idea from them, of what they think that we want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the thing, is like, it's always centered around what they think we should have.
Right.
And again, because it's not as popular in their zone, you know what I mean, in their area, they're banking off of that. Like, for instance, we ain't gonna never see this, Miles. I'm letting people know that right now. This Purple Rain suit, you're never going to see it. As much as I would love to have this piece in hand, this will be a day, and I hate saying it, but this will be a day one for me. But yeah, we're not going to see that. So special guest decided to basically pop in. He was like, you know what? He took an inhale. He said, I smell some nookie on this panel. So we had to basically bring him in. My man, 6 Scale Ma-fia, Anthony, brother. Thank you for being here, man. How you doing?
Of course, man. I'm doing great. Thank you. For inviting me. I was watching on the TV. I was having some dinner, and then answered the call of duty. So.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure that you're here tonight. We're going to get some special guests in the chat. Anyway, listen, real quick.
That's true.
Yeah, we're going to get a special guest in the chat real quick, brother. Sure, I already know that's going to be.
Will might get one too.
Well, exactly.
That's true, bro. It's a tit for tat thing. If Anthony gets one, I get one too.
Yep.
Exactly. So I'm expecting the nookie flow to be on in the chat right now, man. So we're gonna actually see it. But we'll check it out. I mean, Will,
I'm happy to keep talking. So.
6 Scale, man. Like, what do you think, bro? Ma-fia, what do you think as far as like these pieces, man? Do you think it's one of those things where again, do you think that over time, now that we have competition, that Hot Toys is going to recognize that, okay, we got so many things going on right now, but at the same time, we want to actually stay in the ball game at the same time. We have these figures that are, we know people are anticipating. Do we want to keep putting out prototypes that are not getting released? Do we want to keep selling that narrative? Or do we want to move on and just say, look, we're not going to reveal figures that we're not going to release? What do you think, man?
I think they certainly need to stop. I mean, they're 100 and something figures behind. So at this point, it's kind of like, if you're going to announce something, you need to put it out, because they're so backed up, right? I mean, this is probably a graveyard figure, like you were saying. I don't want to say it, but I mean, let's be real. I don't think it's coming. If it is, not anytime soon. The Baron Zemo, like I said, I was watching you guys a little bit earlier. That's some semi-newish.
Yeah.
Graveyard. Where's Nightwing? Probably Graveyard. You know, so it's like they need to really slow that down. Bad.
Yeah.
I'm just look. I said in the chat earlier, man. I know you guys were all asking, man. My number one, just get it out of the way, man. Is Baze Malbus. I don't know what the hell.
Right. And the thing is though, but here's what you notice, that he's no longer on that purgatory list.
No, he got yeeted. So I don't know if he's gonna be on in the Andor series, and maybe they'll bring him back out, or
it's
just a disservice to the Rogue One line.
It is, because here's the thing, bro, and I'm sure Mike, you feel the same way, and Anthony, you do too, is that we saw that there's possible innovation. There was a possibility for us to get Baze in the heavy Mando, because it's almost damn near the same gun, like the same. It's like, why would we not? Like, if they can make that, then they could have definitely have given us Baze. And I don't understand why they didn't, like, why they felt as though it was a figure that shouldn't see the light of day, and everybody was asking for it. But here's the thing though. And I gotta always, because I think, Will, you said this once before, bro. You were like, yeah, we get a lot of vocal traffic with it. A lot of people talk about the figures. They talk about they want it, but at the same time, it's not just it's again, we're voting with our money, and they don't, if they're not getting enough traffic, enough conversations about it, it's easy for somebody to talk about it, but if the conversation isn't pushed forward, then what's the use? You know what I mean? Like, for them, and I have to kind of understand that. I think that's where it gets missing, is that we want certain things and we know we want these figures, but again, do they want to run into another issue? Like, for instance, we wanted Lando for so many years, bro, and I think Lando is still available.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, we've wanted Lando for so many years and it's still available. So when we measure that, like, for instance, they put out that Spider-Punk. It took a while for that to basically finally get off. You know what I mean? Yeah, very recently. You know, we're sitting on like figures like Thanos. Bro, the Infinity War version, the Endgame version, Battle Damage, and Clean version are going to sit for a long time. Yeah, like literally. They can't get rid of those things, bro. Like, straight up. And the only reason why I got the Infinity War version is because I want it. You know what I mean? So again, it's like, we want these things, but do you think that if they gave us a Baze, that it would be pushed forward, like it would be something that people, or do you think it would have been a figure that actually sat for a while?
Dude, I think it's a good question, man. I don't know. I don't think it would be a figure, because Rogue One has been hot,
and that's the thing.
Yeah. So I mean, even Churret, for example. Like, I don't know how long he sat, for example, because I did get him, I think, secondary, and I got him for basically retail, so I was thrilled. It's because when Star Wars was a little bit lower, for sure. But I don't know, man. I think Baze would move, but I mean, I think everything right now is pretty much sitting, so it's just a weird time because there's so much coming out. If Baze had come out around the time when all the other Rogue One figures were coming out, yeah, I think he probably would have been fine, because I think a lot of people would still get him, and I think people still would. Like, he'd probably sell, but I mean, I don't know. You're right, Leia. Like, Lando, we've always said we've wanted, and I kind of chalk Lando up in the same category as Nebula. Because Nebula was an example of where everyone had said for years, we want Nebula, where's Nebula? We want Nebula. And then now Nebula's even sold out now. You can still get her below retail.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, people are just giving her away for $200. So I mean, it's you know, maybe one day that'll change, but I don't know, man. I think Baze, I just think Rogue One's a different beast. I think a lot of Star Wars fans have a real soft spot for Rogue One, and I think every Rogue One figure tends to do pretty well. So, you know, in the primary market and on the secondary. Yeah. So every Rogue One figure tends to do pretty well. So I would say Baze would probably sell. I don't know why they didn't make him. Maybe it was a matter of like the likeness rights or something, or maybe their analytics said he wouldn't sell. I don't know, because he is a very you know, secondary character, so to speak. But I mean, so is Churret, to be fair. And like, he did pretty well, it seems like. So and those two would go great together. And Baze he's very toyetic. He looks great.
Yeah, he is.
So I don't know, man. I'm not sure. He's one of the head scratchers. He's one of the head scratchers of why he didn't get made.
Definitely.
And my Churret just kind of sits alone. I mean, they're all on a, you know, well, I'm just saying they're all on a Rogue One shelf, but like, it's weird because like Krennic can roll with the troopers, the Death Troopers, the Shore Troopers, you know, Jin can, everybody kind of has place.
Jen she can actually fit there with K2SO, you know, and it makes sense. But it's just like that's why I have that, you know, the original version of Jen with Chariot. You know what I mean? Because
that's the only.
Yeah, that's the only.
Do.
It's the only thing you can actually do. If you have the disguise version, I have the disguise version with K2SO because that makes sense for that particular scene. But
that's exactly how my shelf is. It's Imperial with K2, and then regular Jen with Chariot, and then all the troopers and Krennic. Like,
So let me ask a question real quick, and I don't even know why I brought up this thing because I forgot all about it. I literally forgot about this piece and that it was even sitting there. Same for what was it? The as soon as it pops up, because you know we dealing with Max today. The velocity suit. This is another one that actually sat there, and I'm like, if it's part of the game, but here's what I had to think about: like, would these two figures have sold? That's the question. Like, I don't hear anybody talking about this velocity suit, even when we talk about Purgatory, nobody's mentioned this suit. Like, literally,
it's true,
right?
Like, it's not even in conversation. Like, if Cam, if they would have released something like this, would you have purchased it? See, if you have to think that long, it's a no. It's
well, so there's one that I'm looking on the site right now, right? Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out where the hell is Red Guardian at. I don't see him no more. He gone, right?
Gone.
Gone.
Jesus. Turns.
Gone.
My God.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if he's gone, does that mean that there's intentions on releasing him?
Well, look at the facts, right? Can we elaborate on that for just a moment? Because I was thinking it as you guys were saying it. Has there been anything on the coming soon list that has disappeared and has turned into a release or an announcement?
There were a few that did that. One was who was on it was not too long ago that somebody was on.
Was it Casca and Axe?
Yeah, it was them two. It was those two.
Okay.
Yeah, they were actually on
because they had that in Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. That's exactly what it was. They were there, and then we actually got a release. So yeah,
Jango Fett would be another one probably.
Yeah.
Cobb disappeared, right? Cobb Vanth's not.
No,
on
I think
here
he's still
anymore.
on.
Yeah,
there,
he's still there.
Oh, is he still here? Okay, okay.
He's still there.
So because I'm trying to look at the numbers, right? Like, what's the ratio of, you know, graveyard to disappear to converted? You know, because then we don't know. I mean, then it could just be random, right? If they take him off, does that mean we're getting it, or we don't have like a factual, you know, no concrete evidence? They could just be like, well, we removed it because
you got to remember we had the Ray Speeder that was on there for a long time. They removed that didn't get released. You know what I mean? There were a couple of different figures that were sitting there that haven't gotten a run. So it's hard to really decipher, you know, what, like, for instance, this Kid Fisto is never going to get a release. Never.
Right.
Like, we're never going to actually see that. So you teased us with this. And it's sad to say that. I think even right now, the Padme ship has sailed, unless there's something dramatic that drops, you know, and they decide. Here's the thing. Here's what's riding on it. And this is how people will know. And I said, this is what I'm going to do. The day that I go to Celebration, the first day that I walk in that morning, if Hot Toys has a presence there, we'll see. Because the thing is, we're talking about Star Wars. So they have no choice but to put out Star Wars product and to show us what's going to be revealed and released. So that's going to definitely be the deciding factor on what we'll see, and if there's a high possibility that we get it. Because with this Kid Fisto, that's not going to work. Peter Pacheco, I see your super chat out there, but I'm gonna wait a second because it's so funny that you put that super chat on there, and then Anthony's on the show. So this is going to be an interesting one because I didn't even plan on talking about this on the show. We will in a second. So Anthony, don't even look at chat. Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat. Don't even look at chat.
All right, we won't get there. I won't look.
we gonna get there.
What's it about, Baze?
We'll see. We'll see there. There's a no. It's not about Baze, man. We'll see there in a second. We will see there. It's spicy enough. It had you spicy for a couple days, man. Like, all right. We definitely gonna get there in a minute. But again, like, there's so many. Like, here's the thing. I even seen pictures when they actually had Jude Law holding this figure, and he's probably like, "Yo, where's my figure?" You know what I mean?
It looks great. Yeah, it's a cool figure.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's probably like, "Yo, where's the figure that y'all had me holding? Like, why was I teased this figure and it never really came out? Would it had sold? It would have probably had shelf presence though. It probably
Yeah,
would
it would have.
It probably would have. It's same thing for, this figure, which I didn't. It was an odd choice that they even thought that they could do something like this. I don't know. It again. There were even like, what was that movie that came out a long time ago? It came out and they released 2 figures from it. They revealed 2 figures from it. They took them off quick. It was what was it?
Oh, I know you're talking about with the girl and the guy.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Damn,
Yeah,
what was that movie? It was off a book, right?
And,
yeah.
What's her name?
Them.
Yeah, those disappeared fast.
Yeah, those disappeared real fast. Yeah.
They disappeared real fast.
Movie bombed.
Yeah, it was trash.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. Yeah, it really tanked. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
I'm trying to figure out what made them think like, you know what, this thing's gonna kill. So they're like, oh, showing that, but there's so many other ones. They're like, no, we're just gonna skip out. They're not that important.
Right.
We'll never see them in 4 more movies. So and then you do, and then you're like, damn it, we missed it.
Do you think they released sorry.
I see what they. I'm gonna let you, but I see what this right here. They saw what happened with Team Suit Tony. It was like, nah, bro.
That's what I was gonna ask.
That price went down quick.
Do you think they put it out there just because they needed to? It's Robert Downey Jr. and that was it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the Hot Toys saw they were like, yeah, cancel this bitch.
I'll tell you what,
we ain't put this one out there. If you can't even sell Iron Man in this suit, you can't sell anybody.
The only good thing Team Suit Tony did was give us a Toys Wonderland shipping glitch.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
That's true.
That's true, bro.
Yeah.
It's too soon, though. Too soon.
Hey, I'm just.
Do you know how fun that night was?
Oh man,
not me, bro. I got in so much trouble.
Not me. Worked out. It worked out for me.
It did work out for us, but
not for me. I told, so I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for me, brother. That was dope. That was a dope night.
So cheer for Team Suit Tony. We got to give him some props.
Yeah, I got it. Team Suit Tony gets a cheer.
Yeah, he definitely gets a cheer. What was this? This was actually the Quantum Travel Machine that we seen that we damn near wasn't going to see. I knew we were going to see that. Wasn't going to see light of day at all. But yeah, I don't know, man. Long story short, with these Purgatory figures, man, it's the thing is, and we always go back to check. And the main reason why we do that is to see what figures been removed and if there's a possibility that might. Now, the only ones that I can say on this list that may move, that I strong feeling that they could, and Mike, maybe you can back me up on this, is the Obi-Wan, possibly the Luke.
Yep.
We talked about the simple fact that they could release more clones, so there's a chance to do that. Let's see here. The battle droid, I don't know. That there's a possibility that battle droid could move. It could.
I didn't even take that snowtrooper.
Yeah, right. But that's the one from Solo. And even here's the thing: when we talk about Rogue One, we talk about Solo. Every figure from Solo sold quick.
Yeah,
they were gone. So that's another IP that's really good. But I don't know. Yeah, this Jedi Starfighter. Ooh, I would want this, man. I'm telling you.
Would you guys really buy it though?
I would.
Yes,
I would.
Okay.
Hang it from
would everybody buy it?
Hands down, I would.
Yes.
I might. It's pretty nice.
It is nice.
Pretty big though.
It is, but this look at that. Look at this piece, bro.
If we were in the Magicase game, this yes, you know what I'm saying, because you have to have that. This isn't for the DTOF crews. You know what I'm saying, because you need. It is great. I would get it too. I'm just saying.
It would definitely have to be like a modified casing for it. It's not something that you can.
Yeah,
you would definitely have to do something for that.
Yeah,
I think
would like. Sorry, Leo. Go ahead.
Well, what were you gonna say?
I would like more of the Mando Naboo Starfighter. That's what I would really go for. I just really like that.
I hope they do that.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Maybe in 1/6 because it's not that big, right? If you made it in 1/6, it'd be reasonable size, right?
It wouldn't be too bad.
It's not the Millennium Falcon or anything.
Kind of big.
No.
They may do a HasLab for it.
Yeah, true.
Like, would it be like Tumbler size in 1/6 or bigger than that?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of the scale of the ship. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway,
That's
sorry,
interesting.
didn't mean to interrupt. But
Nah, but this was Hot Toys' attempt to do a diorama base and say, Jazz Inc., we're here. But that
This is actually very interesting out of
Yeah.
everything on the graveyard. And I feel like they should expand on this.
yeah, they should. Because there's an opportunity to do it. It's a diorama base, bro.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention it would be officially licensed Hot Toys. So it would like go, they could hand in hand advertise it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I got accessories with this that go really good with this figure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it's very interesting.
Bro, it's extremely interesting. I'm just wondering why, again, they missed the plot on it. Like, it's just a lot of missed opportunities. Like, again, we see some of the coming soon stuff up here, that could possibly see some type. I was even looking at this art print. Now, this right here, this Vader art print is incredible, bro.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that, Mike? Like, look at that piece, bro.
Yeah, we know this is more than likely going to drop probably pretty soon, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And 700 ES for the paper, 150 for the canvas. I know that's pretty much standard for them, but this is Vader. I mean, this is going to go. So if you want to get it,
it's definitely going to go, man. It's definitely
go
going to
very well with the statue.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's really nice.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it would. So here's the thing. Here's the one that we were going to talk about real quick. Ma-fia that I was saving, and this is what Peter Pacheco was like. Why are we seeing in art rooted hair Joker back up for pre-order on sites? Thought it was only a 3-day window. Is it due to people canceling? Now, I preference the audience and everybody who's watching right now, because I'm gonna turn this first over to Ma-fia. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna wait, Ma-fia. I'm just gonna tease you a little bit. I'm gonna let you wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to everybody else first.
Damn,
Because I know you guys is all.
Let him go, bro. Let him go first.
No, I know.
Okay,
I know how to let people take their turn.
Nope.
I can
okay.
Nope. We'll let you go first. We'll let you go first, Ma-fia. So, could you answer Peter Pacheco's question? Because pretty much he wants to know, and there might be other people out there, inspiring minds, want to know, like me. What are your thoughts about this piece or about this, bro?
It's not due to people canceling, I'll tell you that. Somebody's full of shit. That's what it comes down to, and I don't know who. I don't know if it is because I've seen things, and I'm not trying to sound dramatic too, but I'm saying I've seen things, and without disclosing information, just take my word for it. Somebody's not telling the truth here, and things don't add up. So something's fishy. Something's fishy. They definitely put it back up, and you'll notice everybody went live again. Yeah. Look at all and keep in mind the verbiage here, because they're not distributors. They are sellers, retailers, some even resellers. They all opened up at the same time Saturday. That was not a coincidence. So there's things going on. I don't know if it's directly Queen. I don't know if it's directly at the major distributor, because they do have a major distributor out there, similar to like how we have a sideshow.
This again, man.
Can't get away from it.
Hey, it was a super chat.
Yeah.
Lael's addressing the super chat. I happen to be here. There's rumors of, T-dubs, doing their deed in the beginning that kind of screwed some things up. There's some other things, and bottom line is they have to come clean and ask. And I asked directly yesterday to John. John said he had no idea. Now I don't know what that means. I don't know if he doesn't know, or if that's a kind of, hey, my phone's about to die, I gotta go, guys, situation that happened. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening with that one, but something's fishy. Because it's there. You can buy them right now.
Yeah. I mean,
10 minutes ago, they posted on their Facebook, said it's a 3-day window. They just said it too.
They said it's a 3-day window again.
I'm reading the thread. I'm reading the thread right now. They were replying to some gentleman named Leon. He said, "Hi, Leon. Please kindly notice the pre-order time for deluxe version is only 3 days." That was 10 minutes ago on their thread. Yeah, it's up.
So, all right. Will, I'm gonna ask you this question real quick.
Yeah, bro.
So so we're hearing that it's still up. You know, and it's available now. We did have that window when we first originally ordered this piece. We were looking at that and it was like, okay. Do you think it could be, because you bring up, you said something, Ma-fia, that I was listening to, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's a possibility. All right, so let me just preface it like this. When I actually placed my order, because again, I was like everybody else, I was waiting for, Spec Fiction to release it. I think all of us were. Like, we kept going back, refreshing to see what Spec, Fiction was going to do. I got tired of waiting. I checked to see what was going on over there at T-Dub. Sure enough, they had it, but they had it at a cost that I was like, questionable. So me and the Syscale Reviews is in here because we, Dan, me and Dan were conversing back and forth because we did the same thing. When we saw that price, I looked at the price and then I looked at my points, and not my points, but I looked at basically the credit that I had. And I was like, yo, if I pre-order this and use that credit, I'm getting it at a really, really decent price. Mm-hmm. Without really saying what the price is, because I don't even want to harp on that anymore, because I don't want people to get pissed. But without even speaking on that next day, that evening, the price got hiked back up. They hiked it back up to like $9.98 or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Well, Queen reached out.
Exactly. That's my point. Queen reached out. But even with that being said, to people who did get it at that price, Toys Wonderland had to honor it at that price.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't go back.
Come out of their pocket.
Yeah, they couldn't come out their pocket. Again, there's 180 people watching tonight. Hit that like button pretty much already and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button right now. 180 people, hit that like button. Anyway, here's what I'm saying. Because Toys Wonderland have to honor the simple fact that, they released it at this particular price. People bought it. Queen Studios got at them. They had to raise the price. They basically just came and they put out a disclaimer about it too. They were pissed. But do you think it's because of stuff like that they lost money and they had to kind of go back to revamp? Will, do you think something like that could play a part in it?
I don't know, man. Maybe. If I had to speculate, and I would say the most likely theory behind this whole situation was probably just a simple fact of the 3-day window didn't give people enough time, or they didn't get the reaction that they wanted to it, and they reopened it. That would be that's kind of
that's
what
the most logical.
I think that's the most likely explanation, that maybe they didn't get
they have not reopened.
Right, they are. Yeah, right. That's what I had heard, that John had said that they're saying they didn't reopen it, that the retailers did it themselves. But you're right, Anthony. I don't know if that quite makes sense. Because for them to all drop it at the same time and to say, or similar time, to say, okay, it's reopened. Like, so,
they
and I think
got a green light.
Right.
That's
and maybe John just doesn't know. And he just, as far as he's aware, that's what he's been told. But it sounds to me like they reopened it. So I don't know, Lael. It's a good question of why they would have done it. I can only assume it could be either two of the extremes. It could be that it was so popular, they were like, we know there's more people who want this. Let's reopen it because we can definitely make more money. Or it wasn't popular enough and they said we need to make more money. So it's there's either of those two options. So they're both polar opposites. I get that, but those are really the only two logical explanations. So I don't know that they only cared about the Toys Wonderland thing because it's like a devaluing of the product, so to speak. The companies don't like that. They don't like you selling the item below retail, because then it devalues the product, and then people know they can get it for less, and then they'll pay less, right? So So I think that's all it was. I mean, we had talked about, I don't really have a problem with them reopening it, but like Andy said, now it seems like they're saying they didn't reopen it. So to me, I don't know, man.
That's what they're seemingly
right.
Like they did, and they just posted.
Well, that's
again.
what John said, but
so,
but he is the spokesperson.
But now the Queen's Facebook page is saying it right now too. That's what I'm saying. It's not like
right
a few days ago. Like literally, they just commented.
So,
on
but
this
for sure,
thing.
but if that's not true, then they're making the situation way worse. Because if that's not true and people find out about that, then that's way worse because now you're lying to people twice. So like,
problem.
so for sure,
Like,
I don't have a problem with them reopening it as long as I think other people. Anthony, you even said that like you wouldn't have loved they reopen it, but if they have communicated a little bit better, I get that point. Like if they had said like, hey, we're reopening it because of X reason, like people, you're not
came out
thrilled
and said, holy shit, this was overwhelmingly positive.
Right.
We had no idea. We have, hundreds of people still wanting to get in.
That's
We're going to go ahead and extend it for a week.
Right.
I'd be like, okay,
that would have, I think, been the middle ground. Yeah,
right.
But
and it's like, it's not like we weren't going to buy it. That's what I don't like with the rebuttal from a lot of people. They're like, well, you're going to get it anyway, right? So it's like, that wasn't really the point when there was a lot of people, brother cousins included, who, had to leave earlier, who paid it in full because it's cheaper if you buy it in full. And he shuffled money around, and he, he has his Ecto 1 payment. He had to make a sacrifice for a month or kind of, delay. Like the whole point was there was a false sense of urgency. So a lot of people, and I don't blame consumers for that. Not everybody's well off. And if they really want it and they're like, I only got 3 days. Shit. Like, what do I do? Right. And then when that comes through, you can understand why people would be upset.
I do think Brother Cousins might be the exception, though. It is like cheaper.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah, it is cheaper if you full pay for sure. But I mean, that's not what most people do. So like, because if you look at any number of things on spec, for example, the full pay is always the last option available.
Sure. You don't have to pay in full. You
right.
Can set a
most people are
plan.
dropping an NRD, but even if you, that's still, I mean, it's not nothing. I don't want to say that, but 1.6 kit, the NRD was like $90. I mean, that's definitely a lot of money. But for us, everyone in the chat's buying how many Hot Toys figures?
Sure. Well,
let's
throw money out. Let's throw money out really quick. I'll just say this. Let's say it was $1 deposit. $1 NRD, right?
Mm-hmm.
New company. We don't know them. We know of Queen. 6 Scale doesn't know shit about it.
Yeah, 6 Scale doesn't.
Right? Yeah. So new company, $1 NRD. You have a 3-day window. And then they come out and do it again. So money's not a factor. Now it's the integrity. It's like, well, wait a minute. You're new. You just told us this was very exclusive, and now it's not.
Right.
That's where I think there's...
So, but that, my point with that would be like, that's almost like moving the goalposts, because then it's more about exclusivity than it is about the money. Mm-hmm. So like,
right, but when they come out and they're like, we don't know, we didn't do that.
So my point would be like,
so
if you cared about the exclusivity, then yeah, that would be a huge problem, because you would feel misled, because you'd be like, I thought this was going to be super exclusive and it's not. So, and that's for sure. That's what I've always maintained. I'm like, look, if you cared a lot about exclusivity with this piece, which is fine. A lot of people collect that way. That's not a wrong way to collect. If you like collecting that way, there's nothing wrong with that. And I would feel misled too. Just for me, I just don't think most 1/6 collectors care about that. So I don't like, I think in this 1/6 game, if you're talking about statues, but even statues, dude, like the Prime 1 Joaquin, right? They gave you a certain amount of time to get the bonus version with the mask. That mask is still available. You can still get it.
Yeah.
So I mean, like Prime 1 did the same exact thing and no one really seemed to care. So like, I think that's why, like, it's not abnormal for companies to do this.
So what I was thinking, and I was just thinking about this. So is it fair to say in most cases, because with the way a lot of companies work is, okay, you get new product, you have a lot of resellers. So basically, depending on the volume and what was allocated per company, okay, so you put out the pre-orders, you hold certain ones back because you're like, okay, let me hold this back for a second. This is what's allocated. Let's see what that does first. So they see, okay, this is what was done. There was a response off of this. We know that people may want more. They have, okay, well, we still have such and such that we didn't allocate. Now, we knew what we wanted to distribute, so they had a cutoff there for themselves. They cut off at that particular point, but what was allocated is still held there for certain companies just in case. So is it safe to say that once they actually got an X amount of pre-orders from these companies, they were like, okay, now we know the volume's there and we can move it. Okay, we can distribute these pieces now. This is what you can get. You know what I mean? This is what we have left. If you want to use this here advantage, you can. Some companies do that. And
so it could have been that.
It could have basically been that, because again, like they're looking at, okay, number one, who's the top seller? Which company is going to distribute the most? And that's what they have to gauge it off of, because, okay, I know this company, their volume and their run, like they do this much traffic. So I'm going to focus in on that company. I know these companies want to actually sell it, but they're not doing the volume that this company's doing. So I'm going to see what they're going to actually do first. You guys don't worry. You're going to get, whatever you're going to need, but I want to see what this company does first. If the volume's there, then okay, yeah, we're going to tackle that. But if they don't get enough value from this company, then they're like, okay, now I have to go where the opportunity is. Right. You know what I mean? So now I'm going to distribute. And I think there's for instance, I'll give you an example. It's not too much of a crazy example, but I'll talk the sneaker game. So Puma, they, when Kanye basically decided, that he released the Yeezys, and he did it through Adidas, and that really took hype. I mean, he was releasing, but they call them the dad sneakers. You know what I mean? The old schools, whatever. So he released it and it got traffic. Puma decided that, okay, they wanted to test the waters with their own brand. So they released the RX versions, like the RX, sort of like it looks sort of like it, but and people really confuse it, for Yeezys, but they weren't. But they cornered the market there because people started gravitating to it because it was a cheaper option. But what they did was they were like, okay, we have Foot Locker, we have Finish Line, we have all these other companies, but we have to see who sells the most of this product. Turns out that it was Finish Line at the time, so they allocated a certain amount to them, but then Foot Locker wanted them. They knew that they wanted to sell it, but right now we know what's happening to Foot Locker as a chain. Like there's so many, a lot of them going out of business right now. They're shutting a lot of them down, and they're sticking to selling online. So Finish Line was their go-to until what happened was that RX, it died down a little bit. So then they started allocating to other companies, letting them sell. And it worked because it really caught on. And I think that's what, right now, Queen Studios, they're taking advantage of it that way. Again, to me, to somebody like me, it doesn't matter because I'm just happy that I'm getting my damn figure. But at the same time, Ma-fia, I understand what you're saying. And how it does look kind of like, okay, well, why would you market it this way? Because they could have marketed it better. Like they could have just said, you know what, we're not even going to do this. Once they sell, they're gone. Just put it that way, put it out, and then you don't have to run into this type of issue where people are questioning it. Because now, as a company, you're going to have to go back and really address it and say, okay, this is why we did it.
So they put out the Batman, right? Okay. Now the Robert Pattinson Batman comes out. Queen comes out and says, hey, 3-day window. Who's buying that? I mean,
I don't think they're going to do that
not
again.
The figure. But that's my point, though. The credibility is like what screwed me.
That's fair.
And make no mistake, it's not about the exclusivity, right? Because look, even John said, even yesterday, if you were paying attention on Joel's stream, I don't know if you caught it, Will, or not. John was on there.
Yeah,
and he had said that they're exclusive to China right now.
Yeah,
but if they land an official U.S. distribution, they're going to remake the figure. It'll be the U.S. version. So it's not like, you understand what I'm saying? Because it's all about money. That's the reasons you're trying to figure. Well, it could be this or it could be that. Now, the only reason is money. It's just how they went about it seems a little shady right now. And that's where my issue is coming in as a new company. You're right. What's the phrase? Like first impressions or everything or last a lifetime or whatever, so it's just like, hey, why even do it? Why even say here's a 3-day window? Like if it's going to be out and about.
It was definitely a mistake. Yeah.
And I think here's the thing is like it's definitely a mistake, but also here's the thing. We'd probably have more of a conversation if they were in the game longer and decided to do something like this. You know what I mean? If they were in the game longer and they decided to do it, it'd probably be even more of a conversation. Right now, they're really fresh in the 6-scale game, so they're gonna actually fuck up a few times. We know that. You know what I mean? With decision making when it comes to how they distribute, how they handle these pre-orders and stuff like that. We know that this isn't the first and only time that they'll do it. There's going to they're not just testing the market when it comes to 6 scales, but also how to distribute and market these figures. They're testing the water because it's brand new for them. So that's why I give them like that blanket for right now.
Just because I'm like, okay, bit of wiggle room.
Yeah, the wiggle space, because I'm like, I know, but but once they catch heat, if they don't learn off of this mistake and they do it again, that's when it becomes a conversation like, yo, hold up, fam. Like, what are y'all doing, man? Like, is it, you can't you can't follow suit the same way and expect the same and get a different result. Come on, man, don't do that. Don't do that.
Exactly,
it's not
then
gonna
it's
happen.
like and that was my only concern because we haven't even seen the figure yet. We've seen prototype, so we're putting all our faith into a company, which is fine because there are such things as leaps of faith, and you know we encourage new innovative things. But then you know it's kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. So it's just that's off to a little bit of a rocky start is my concern.
Well, again, here's hoping for the best, man. And I think down the line, you know, there is a chance that they can, you know, still fix and come out on top. So let's hope. And you know, and again, anyway, real quick before we bounce out of here, everybody out there, even out in the chat, put your emoji hands up if you can. So everybody on the panel right here, like, show of hands of who's actually getting the figures right now, the 2-pack.
Show the 2-pack Joker.
Yeah.
Show
of hands. So everybody on this panel right now is getting. Everybody out in the chat, I want you to put your hands up if you're actually getting. Send me an emoji hand if you get this. If you get these, I just want to see how many emoji hands we actually get.
Riley's in there.
Yeah, because Riley's actually. I want to see how many emoji. Look at that. Riley got a couple up. Charlie, you got the thumbs down. I see Charlie the unicorn. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see some responses to how many people is actually getting this thing, man. Put your hands up. But hey, man, you know what? As always, man, we got a couple. We got some black hands. We got some all white hands. We got we got some ashy hands. We got so many hands coming through there. We got some yellow hands. Definitely, man. There's a couple people out there that said that they're getting this piece, man. So yes, well, we'll actually see. I mean, again, a lot of people are actually going because a lot of people. Here's the thing: we're not talking about the simple fact that there's a lot of people that are actually getting that sculpted single version and actually getting the sculpted 2-pack because it's safer for them. So they're not the ones that are worried. Like, who knows? At the end of the day, people like us who actually got that sculpted, that rooted, we might be complaining in a year, bro, or less than a year, a couple months. We might be like, yo, this doesn't look.
Yeah, my concern is the photos from Hong Kong are going to come out first, and if they don't know how to take good pictures, and that hair's looking like Carrot Top, and like we're gonna have some. You know what I'm saying?
But I do agree with the sentiment other people have expressed that if the figure comes out looking great, like the proto, no one's gonna care about this. In that, no one's gonna care.
You're right.
It's about the destination when it comes to this stuff. So really, as long as you get it and you're happy, you're gonna be like, cool, I'm over it. So I recognize you guys' points. They're definitely valid.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy that I'm finally getting this damn figure. That's the only thing I can actually really equate it to. I'm just extremely excited that I'll get it because again, if I'd have waited on Hot Toys, it'd have been like another 3 years, man. And I don't have that time to wait.
Before we wrap, I talked about this on my stream in the morning. I just want to know your thoughts. Speaking of Queen, unrelated. They showed off Hot Toys showed up their head sculpt. 3 hours later, Queen shows off their head sculpt, and I'm referring to the Batman. Now, what say you if Queen can get this Batman figure out on shelves before Hot Toys version even comes out? Like, that's what I would do if I was Queen right now. I would ensure speedy delivery on this and see what you know what I mean. Like, I was thinking about that earlier. And I was like, that's what I would do. Yeah, they're all they're competitors. And then what happens? What happens to the people who are like have their Hot Toys on pre-order and they're like, damn, we got to wait like another 8 months for this, and this Queen is phenomenal and it's out right now.
That's I mean, at the end of it is, bro. But I mean, here's the thing. The biggest thing is the simple fact that now there's competition, there's choices.
Yep.
That's it. Like, now we have choices. So I see it when it happens. Right now, I'm in celebration mode. I am in Star Wars celebration mode. These next couple of weeks and next month is going to be all about Star Wars for me, baby. Because straight up, I want to see what's going to drop. We got a couple of anniversaries coming, so hopefully I see half these people out there in the chat at Star Wars celebrations. We'll have a meet and greet, smack a few hands. You know what I mean? Fist bump a few people, chest bump. You know what I mean? We can all basically meet up, and then we could just rent a couple cars and go out to Mafia's crib and just watch. You know what I mean?
Not too far. It's a good 6-7 hour drive.
7 hours. Let's do it. Road trip, baby.
Up, like road trip, baby.
No, that would scare the shit out of me. All you fools just show up at my door.
I know. It'd be like 20 of us.
I'd be like, dude, I'm like an introvert, man.
Like, where's the pizza Hut, bro? Come on now.
Be like, yo,
All right,
He
we'll have
asked
a, we'll have a
everybody,
pizza
how'd y'all
party.
get here? We be like, man, we just rolled and
Rolled.
rolled.
We
and
rolled right
and
through,
rolled.
bro.
We just rolled.
Yeah,
Straight up,
well, that
man.
would be
But
awesome.
nah,
7 hours of rolling.
straight up, man. Thanks everybody for actually out in the chat for being here, man. I do appreciate you guys tonight. Everybody on the panel, thank you guys for basically being here. My man Mike, my man Cool Mike, really quick before we actually go here, we got Ashley Chase. Yay for ashy hands. I love it.
Smooth.
Ash, my man Ash. Luminar is like, I'm late. Thumbs down. She's not getting it. She's like, nah, I passed. Nah, I feel that though. I definitely feel that though. Thank you very much, man. Mike, my man Mike, man, what you got going on, brother? I mean, look, I'm loving the group. I'm loving the positivity that goes on in the group, the stuff that's posted up. I'm just like, yo, Mike's doing his thing, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
and I'm loving the logo, bro. So I'm loving
Thanks,
the logo,
man.
man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Man. So what's going on, man? What's going on over there in your world, and what can we expect?
Yeah, man. So thank you first of all. I had a lot of fun tonight, as always. And if you haven't heard of our group, it's still relatively new. It's called Collectors Enabled, and basically it's a group for everything, not just 1/6, but 1/4, 1-to-1, whatever. Marvel, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, DBZ, whatever. Just come and share your love for what you collect and have a good time. A lot of, like Lael said, a lot of positivity and just a lot of kind of enabling back and forth. We right now, right before I came on the show, while I was watching Moon Knight, I just created the video intro to our new YouTube podcast that's coming out.
Yeah.
And I think that our first episode, and I still need to confirm it with John, is going to be, I think, Tuesday night. I don't know what time yet, but we'll make an announcement in the Facebook group. And
that's my off night. That's my off night. That's what I'm talking about.
I think
There you
God,
go.
there's so many. So I'm sorry if I'm stepping on anybody, but we're gonna probably be at like 8:30 Eastern time, and
Cool.
it's gonna be chill. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be a disaster, but John and I are gonna have a good time, and I want to see everybody in the future showing up at least at one point. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Man.
All you got to do is say, yo.
Yeah.
Man. Straight up.
So
That's all it
so
takes.
just join our Facebook group, and then there's a link to the YouTube channel there, and dude, share what you got. It's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, man. It's really like, bro, literally the energy over there is crazy. I love it, man.
Thanks, man.
And let me see, who was that? Will O'Reilly said, Will, you better show up, man. Stop playing. Tell him, Leo. I don't know, man, Riley, because he's a softy. He don't even want to fly, man. He's scared to fly, man. So we'll see how that goes, man. We gotta see how that's gonna work out. Will, he's pumped on this stuff, man.
Yeah, clearly, bro. I'll fly to Olive Garden, but that's it. Nowhere else.
Hell yeah. What you got coming up, man?
Dude, yeah, man. So Lights Camera Collect will be on Friday. I know Carlos is going to be on with me. I'm not sure if there's going to be a third person or not, but it's going to be fun. That'll be at 5:30 Eastern this coming Friday. Got Collectors Mingle Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes,
so that'll be fun as always, man. That's always a blast to do. And let's see, I don't think I'm on any shows the rest of this week other than those two. I think that's pretty much it. So
can you wear a wig on Sunday, please?
yeah, bro, I got it right over there.
All right,
man.
cool.
Keep
Just
it for
wear it on
special
Sunday.
occasions. I mean, come on now.
Here's the thing.
If that's what the people want to see. I mean,
If you have the wig readily available.
yeah, bro, it's right there.
How many wigs do you have?
Just
I meant to
just
ask
two.
you. Okay, because I see some different
One's
colors.
a do-rag wig, and that's like
Okay,
just
all
for dates and stuff. But then this one's like for performances. So
The do-rag wig is for dates.
yeah, bro.
All right.
See, now you're catching on.
Okay. I see. I'm like,
Cam's got it. Bro, you don't end up in a relationship without the wig. It's like, come on now.
No, I feel you,
It's
man.
kind of
I
like
feel you.
essential.
Hell yeah, bro.
Especially when
So
you're
Will,
bald. So
if you wear it, I'll wear the afro. I'll bring out the afro
all right,
that night.
bro.
So
It'll get
I'll-
hot though. We'll be wearing it like for like 10 minutes probably. We'll be
Last
like,
time I had that thing on, it was burning up hot. I had that
know,
on with,
man.
with a beanie too.
What did we wear? We wore
had a-
something. Remember that one time we wore
I forget what it was.
I forget what show it was. Was it Christmas or something? I don't remember.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And it was
fun.
hot. I just know it got hot that
It was
day.
hot as a mother, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I can't. I
Yeah,
can't.
bro. But I think there's only other shows because I did what shows did I do this week? I did Dante's, and then I did I think another one. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but yeah, man. So that's Lights Camera Collect and then Collectors Mingle for me. That's pretty much it, man. So
All
should be
right,
fun.
cool.
It's always fun.
Can't wait because I can't wait for Sunday, bro. Wig time. It's gonna be wig time.
We might as
definitely,
well,
man.
dude. Let's just
We
go
might
all
as well
in.
do it. Yes, we might as well just have some fun, man. Why
Yeah.
not? So if you haven't already subscribed to Will Foxification on YouTube and IG, fun stuff all day. Come on, man. He'll teach you how to properly eat breadsticks, which is
there's a technique.
There's a technique because you gotta dip and chew. Dip and chew. Anyway,
take a breath, pinky out always.
Don't eat them from the ends. You gotta break it.
Yeah, you break it, and then you take a knife and you cut a little piece off.
You gotta break it open. Break it open.
Cam gets it. He took the class.
Yeah.
So,
He's taking notes. He's taking notes.
Yeah.
Ma-fia, man, what you got coming up, brother?
Well, thanks for inviting me as always. It's always a pleasure hanging out with everybody. News reports, all that good stuff, man. There's some spicy stuff, man, on the channel. But listen, it's all good and fun too. You know what I mean? It's all about collecting and what have you. So I mean, I'm doing the news on all that stuff, and my live streams are Saturdays, as you all know. And finally started talking my trek, which has been 6 months.
Bro, listen. I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to say nothing. But Anthony, you have me so fucking excited right now, bro. No, Will, honestly, bro, I have never been more excited about Star Trek than I have right now, bro. And I just can't wait. I'm not going to say much of nothing else, but I can't wait. That's all I'm going to say. I can't wait.
Is it exclusively about the J.J. Abrams films?
No, far from it, good sir.
I'm trolling Anthony.
No, I'm not. It's not necessarily talking about work, but I am finally talking track with a little bit of work involved in it as well. Whenever I start doing some original series kind of conversations and things of that nature, Lil, you're always welcome to come on.
Hell yeah, I can't wait.
Shoot shop.
Classic.
It's classic stuff. I know
Star
that's
Trek,
your jam.
the motion picture.
We
Wrath
get into
of
some
Khan,
other, because we're getting into some other Voyager and Deep Space Nine, stuff like that maybe, all Trek basically. It's pretty dope. We started Monday night. It's gonna be Mondays at 9. So anytime, man, it'd be really great. So if you guys are into Trek, come check that out. And dude, I don't know, man. I guess I'm giving away anonymously gifted to me. I'm giving away a Hot Toys Hellboy at the end of the month to my channel members. So there's a cool giveaway on that. We'll probably do it on a live stream. Other than that, man, just been rocking, man. Getting to the road to 2K, man. Almost there. So it's awesome, man. As always, subscribe to everybody here if you haven't.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Subscribe. As always, my man Mike, my man Will, my man Nookie Monster, and Cam, what you got coming up next, brother?
What's up, man? Hey, appreciate you having me on here again. Thank you as always.
Hell yeah, Killer Cam.
It's always great vibes with you guys, man. Mike, Will, Ma-fia, you guys, coolest bunch I know. Okay, Riley, you too. I know you're listening, buddy. It's okay. All right, you're
Riley's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He's still trying to get me to get that. He wants me to get the Clone Wars animated Yoda. I told him no, man. He said he was gonna use the will technique on me. I said no breadsticks, buddy. Get out of here. All right.
Oh, I thought it was talking about the wigs.
Oh,
that's more like a part of it, technique, but that's a sex appeal, which
Hope
does
he's
work.
not trying that one.
Different strategy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like, nah.
He'll be like, the wig didn't work. Try the breadsticks
like,
now.
Nah, that ain't going down, Chief. That ain't gonna happen.
Just
Chief.
get a banana, bro.
Nah,
That's all you need.
Chief. Nah.
Make sure it's right though.
Yeah. Don't.
We will. You have to go to Celebration, bro.
I know, dude. I kind of feel like I need to go to Celebration. Yeah,
bro. I think you do, bro, because it's gonna be some funny shit, and I just want to take some pictures.
The flights right now are crazy, man. It's like $800.
Yeah,
so
they're pretty high.
Oh no, they are pretty high, bro. They already pretty high.
I'll just get Carlos to pay for it.
Yeah, Carlos. Carlos got
help me out, Carlos, or Riley for that matter.
He got you. He got you.
He got the percentage.
Yeah, I know. KG never gave me my 10%. So
yeah, no, we got to get him on that one.
Where's KG been?
He's in a cut. I think he's still more with school right now, man. Finishing up, getting everything ready for school. We'll see him
in a minute.
We'll see him around. But yeah, Cam, what else you got, bro?
Oh, so I'm dropping reviews for both of these figures this week. Once I finish editing, it is the worst part of life. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Especially on this damn MacBook. Oh man. Mac, if you're listening, do better. Okay. Do better.
Okay. Yeah, you do.
So yeah, the Thor Infinity War as well as the Captain Rogers Infinity War figure. So and then I'll be back on here with you on Sunday and 1 6 figure focus. on the Collectors International Cafe.
Yeah, we gotta get Nookie's ass out to bed, bro. We got to get him up out the bed this weekend.
I watched last week for what it's worth.
Yeah, but we got to get you out to bed and get you on, bro.
He's up late with Cameron,
man. I'll be sitting there with my sunglasses on, man. It's too early for me, but I'll do it.
We got to get you out the bed, bro. We got to get you prepped and ready for the Christmas special.
That'll be here before you know it.
Hell
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy.
We gotta get you ready for that though. Well, Cam, we gonna get Mike on there one of these days.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's do it.
We'll do
if we could do the Halloween version, right? Mike, if you could dress up as the Sith Lord in that chair, just with a hood, just sit there with a hood, bro. It would be good.
Yeah, we can also get Will to dress up as Reverend.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
You absolutely could.
We can get Will to dress up as Reverend. That'd be incredible. Let's do that. We could do a Halloween special.
I'll just wear my short trooper helmet the whole stream.
Straight up. We got it. I mean, the thing is, we can't. Here's the thing now. Sunday mornings is out of the question for Will. Reason being is because Saturdays, he's usually that's like Saturday nights is a date night, so we don't see Will in the morning. You know what I mean,
I'm MIA.
He's MIA in the morning. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Will's not functional until like maybe after 1, maybe 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? That's when he's more active. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
We just got to catch him one of these days.
You animal.
Yeah. Hey, wild man. Wild Willie.
Straight up, man. Straight up. Listen, if y'all haven't already subscribed to my man Killer Cam, come on, do that. One half hosts of the Collectors Lounge International, which is highly successful. We're having such a great time, and there's going to be a decent panel on there this week. We just talk figures, we talk everything. Yes, man, definitely. When man, get them beanies and them flannels. Definitely, that's how it be every Sunday. So it's gonna be fun until the summertime. Then we got to kind of change up the screens. It might be like polos and fisherman hats or something like that.
Yeah. I was like, it's season gonna change. I was like,
this
gonna be in here sweating.
I know the beanies ain't gonna always be in effect. That's a seasonal thing. So when the season changes, we might change everything up, and then Nookie can come around with the. Then Will probably come around because he wants the guns out. So we'll see how that.
Yeah,
goes.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely see.
Anyway, I get to show the guns. Yeah,
exactly. Everybody out there, thank you for actually tuning in with us tonight. We had a blast. It was such a good show. Great show, Ma-fia. Thank you for coming in. Brother Cousins, you out there, I know you listening, man. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't already subscribed to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel, Twitter and IG, come on, man. Like straight up, we have some great content over here. Friday is going to be Figure Flex Friday, and it's going to be the opening of Flex Wars, where me, Loco Lou, and Luminar will actually give you the rules of Flex Wars. Ma-fia, you can't cheat. Yes, we will give you the basic rules.
I ain't Dan.
You ain't cheating ass Dan. Cheating ass Dan. Anyway. So basically we will have that this Friday. Of course, Sunday is Collectors Lounge International, so that's at 12 o'clock Eastern. And then we have also Take Your Position, where on John's show, he's going to be on John Iron Logan's channel, and he said the theme this week is cheating. He literally said it's cheating. That's going to be the theme, cheating when posing. So we'll see how that goes. I can't wait for that. Also, stay tuned. I think tomorrow or Friday morning I'll be releasing, because if you've probably been on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen I've been putting out videos with like my Spider-Man display. But there's a great video that I'm actually putting together with that. So stay tuned. I'm so hype about it. I've been working on it now for like a good week and a half. And these poses ain't easy. It's like the shit gets on my nerve, especially when you're trying to pose a certain way. But that video is going to be coming. Also, so this is for my man Mike, because I finally get a chance. I just got this in today, and I was waiting for this piece before I released my Ahsoka Rex and 501st video that I'm putting together. So finally got this guy in today. We got the ball in. Yeah, Frank. Finally got that ball in, baby boy. We got the ball in. It's time to go. I know people were hating on this figure, but watch what I'm gonna do with it. I can't wait. It's small, baby. So stop hating. It's small in the building. So yeah, I cannot wait to do that. So we'll actually work on that tomorrow. I'm so excited about that, man. So that's awesome. Going to be another Take Your Position video that I'm doing. I'm adding element, and it's going to be my own interpretation of what I would have loved to see with that fight. So again, everybody, thank you for being here. Know it's late, but I'm glad you all stuck with us. So yes, I cannot wait, and we will see you guys again next week. Again, let me just go through real quick. Chat: Ashley Chase, Blue Tattoo, my man Malika Mabane, Loco Lou, Figure Flex. You already know what time it is. Bloodsport. We have Riley in the building. We have Will Foxifications out there as well. Ashley, my guy Ash. We got Tobar. We got Hibu 127. Thank you for coming through, man. We got Windman 42. Let's see here. Ren's Talentito, my guy. Thank you for showing up. We have who else? Single songwriters in the building. Thank you for coming through, my baby Latoya T. Can't wait to get up there. I need some tea because I'm feeling it right now. Docinator. We have let's see here, a few more people that we want to go through. Tobar. We have Charlie the Unicorn. I want to get to that funny ass name I saw earlier, but I can't see it anymore because there was a few of them that was in here tonight, boy. We got Ryan Horizon in the building. Luminar is here. Thank you for being here, lady. Let's see who else we got. Did speak to Ash. Max Geekdom is in the building. We got RMD Collectives in the building. RMD, man, RMD. Have you ever seen his Instagram page?
No, I gotta look at it.
It's a cool dude. RMD, cool dude. We got Mike Howes in the building. Let's see who else we got. Ryan Horizon. We got Pablo Meza in the building. Speaking of which, Ma-fia, did you see that? We'll talk about it later on, but did you see that Allen Iverson that they released, bro?
I did. The interface?
Crazy. I did.
It.
We got negative.
And it looks
yeah.
Looks great because he's wearing the elbow bands in the
elbow
bands. It covers
like
the joints. Yeah.
Like, oh man.
Yeah, I got to do it. That's just a no-brainer for me. We got
Come on.
DJ N, Joe Mama, 007's in the building. We got Trexler Historic Art is here. Leon Walker is actually in the building. We got Roscoe. We got PT Works, Funky Cold Santa. Haven't seen him in a while. OG fan with Star Wars. We're just Star Wars Electric Collector. We got pretty much everybody. We got SpongeBob Square Bows.
It's Square Bows.
Square Bows in the building. Marvel US reviews. Thank you for being here. Lionel. Let me see here. Jeremy Vaca. Is that Vaca in the building? His names. I'm so horrible with names. Freddie Cardinal. Man. Freddie is in the building. We got we got Wanda Quinn is in the building. 80 GBU is in the building. Yes, man, so many people. Anyway, all you guys, and if those that I didn't mention, I do thank you for being here. It's been a great show. We love you. And until next week, again, stay classy, keep it positive as always. Do it all for the nookie like my man. Go to Olive Garden, get you some breadsticks. Stay cool like Mike, and keep that beard nicely groomed like my man Cam. And we just gonna keep it rolling all day, every day. We just do what? We keep it rolling. We keep it rolling. Again, it's always brought to you by my man Nickel Wise. Bring you nothing but them scaries and them everything, man. Definitely, man. Thanks everybody for coming through. Until next week. Peace and love. We'll see you again.